March 4th. Welcome, everybody. It's March 4th. Oh, 4th. It's 8 o'clock. 8:08 p.m. Eastern, 5:08 Pacific. We're doing the Funko Pop giveaway tonight. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're here. You got to be in the chat. And yeah.
Get your kids to sign up.
Huh?
Right?
Yeah. Tell your friends.
Open your window, shout out it to your neighbor. Send them the link.
Yeah. Send them the links. Get them in here. We're doing a giveaway in probably in about 3 hours' time.
That's right, Leo.
That's right. All right. Hey, Jay. What?
What is up with Kurt's audio?
I don't know. We tried to fix it a few times, but all right. Giveaway. Tune in. We'll just have to talk over it.
And he's echoing. Great. This is going to be a great show.
Well, that's me echoing, but all right, here we go. This is the Van Halen show. This is the EVH show, exclusively Van Halen. Here it is. Hey, everybody. Welcome. This is Johnny Beane. Welcome, you guys. Kurt 5150, Jay Gizmachi Band. It's Friday. You know what that means. It's the EVH show, exclusively Van Halen, here on Johnny Beane TV, on YouTube, and on Facebook. Jay Hannon, great to see you, man. That looks refreshing.
I'm parched.
It's good to see you, Jay. Kind of sucks when the first thing I hear out of your mouth is, "What's wrong with your audio?"
I just had to bitch, and now it's fixed. See? But I always tell my wife, when I bitch about something, it gets fixed.
I doubt that.
I'm gonna get fixed because I probably just kids are going to bed and I'm screaming and yelling up here already.
Yeah. What's Friday?
Cheers, boys.
It's Friday. Cheers, man. Remy LaCroix.
Yep. Hula hoop girl.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, of course not.
I've never seen her doing yoga at the Grand Canyon on a mat.
Yeah. Never mind. It's gonna be a quick show tonight.
What is this? Streamlabs? StreamYard. Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong system here. Hang on. StreamYard. There we go. You guys, guess what? Guess what, you
That's
guys?
what.
Guess what? We'll do some of this a little backwards. We have WhatsApp. If you want to connect with Johnny Beane TV, if you want to call me at 3:30 in the morning and wake me up, there's the phone number, 415-952-3263. You can call that phone number anytime, day or night. I might answer. What's up? But especially on these shows, I will answer those phones. So, but if you would like to help us out, download the WhatsApp app or download WhatsApp and connect with that phone number. Add me as a contact. And oh my gosh, we're live on Facebook, Johnny Beane TV Facebook page, where we have Facebook stars. That's a digital gift that helps in the production of these shows. Very similar to what a super chat is, which will change the color of my lights right back here in the guitar more. Excuse me. Oh my god.
It's that blazer.
Yeah. You dress
like
up,
it.
try to look nice, but
I
you
like it.
just burp nonstop.
Yeah. Guitar Jimmy Carr.
Thank you.
Jimmy
Disco
Carr.
balls. Disco balls, Louis.
Oh, you changed your shirt.
Yeah, I changed my shirt again because I was told the other shirt didn't look good with the coat. So come in.
Damn it, Jay.
Did Ned tell you that?
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Jimmy Carr, good to see you, man. Jimmy Carr and I almost died in a car with Rob Johnson.
Jimmy
Oh my
Carr almost
God.
died in the car with Rob Johnson.
That's not good.
Yeah. We'll have to get Jimmy on the show one of these days to tell the story.
I want a
Wow.
reenactment video. That's what I want. Who was driving?
Johnson.
Oh, Johnson, Mr. Cop. Oh, really? Sipping on a Starbucks, huh?
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
That's craziness. There we go. What was it? Was it on your way to the EVH Con?
On the way back.
On the way back? Dang. Crap.
Yeah,
Who's
let's
fault was
just say it was pretty easy to read the serial numbers on the tabs on the license plates in the cars in front of us.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Craziness. Yeah, that's right. Can't drive 55. Yeah, we'll do a GTA reenactment. That's what we'll
There
do.
you go.
That's what we'll do. Right? Did you guys hear that?
Yes, I did.
Executive producers here on John Wick TV are Dave Ennis, Vinyl Freak 5150, Mike Neese, Music Therapy Laz, Majestic PB and Jelly Cat, Wayno, False Flag, Sherman Callahan, Andy Carson, Michael B. Arhabs, Warlag. See, that's why people get confused because a couple of those names rhyme. The Chad, Lawrence Christensen, Lenny Lou, and Mary.
Larry.
Hope you guys are feeling better.
Yes.
James Gum, John Moronic, Paul Martin Woods, Stephen Franklin, Michael Smith, the Captain.
It's the captain, everybody. Say hello to the captain.
Thomas Santiago, Joe Christian, Jimmy Hawkins, who resubscribed. Thank you so much, man. David Allen Wright and Steve Carmichael. That is what we call the top tier of channel members here on Johnny Bean TV. If you'd like to become a channel member, click that join button. It's right below the 21 thumbs ups. And you know the drill. You get bonus content. You get exclusive content. You get your name in green in the chat. You get special emojis. You get a lot of cool stuff.
You get everything.
You get pretty much.
Right, Liquid Charlie?
Charlie.
Hey now.
Hey, there you are, man. Hey, dude. Hey, dude. I follow you on Instagram, man.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Speaking of liquid, I had a buffalo chicken dip today with Doritos. So don't be surprised if all of a sudden I disappear.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
We'll call Chuck Berry. He's probably got a hidden camera in the boom boom room, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Hey, man. Look at this guy. We got him.
Look at this guy.
There he is. What do you think?
I thought I saw a putty cat.
Yeah. So, let's see. What else? See, I did all that stuff in reverse order, so now it's kind of confusing.
Now we got to end the show and then we'll work backwards. Yeah.
Let's spin for the drawing.
I'll wipe first. I'll wipe first and then go,
Oh.
and then just pull them up and come right back and sit down.
Gross. Yuck.
We're just off
Man.
to a blazing start here, boys.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Well,
cool.
I have a couple already unboxings. Not really unboxings. My wife got me something about 2 weeks ago, and I forgot to show it because I'm an idiot.
So
And
just
then-
an unflapping.
Yeah, and then
You're just gonna open the flap.
and then our buddy Brendan Buttcheeks sent me
Thank you, Fossil Egg.
something. So I'll just I'll show it on
We
here
love
in
you
a few
too.
minutes, I guess.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice. Yeah, Charlie. I think you're talking to us. If you are, I'm not sure, but yeah, of course. Of course you can, man.
We should be asking you, Charlie. What are you asking us for? Jeez.
Yeah.
Hold on, let Johnny check the schedule. Yeah, I think we're good.
Well, I'm okay. You're talking schedules. We actually do have some stuff coming up here, which we'll talk about. I don't know if you guys knew this, but we're also doing a Van Halen show on Twitch, and it's called Talkin' Van Halen on Twitch. Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific. The show is live on Twitch on that Wednesday, and then that Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, it's on YouTube magically.
Live.
Well, not really, but but anyway, this Wednesday we have Steve Rosen,
Nice.
rock and roll journalist. He has a new book called Tone Chaser, Understanding Edward, My 26-Year Journey with Edward Van Halen. And he actually has a brand new Facebook page to go along with the book. Oh, yeah. And Jay, I don't know if you saw this. We showed this on Wednesday.
No.
But
no.
here's an exclusive photo for you guys from the
Wow,
book.
very cool.
Steve Rosen with Edward Van Halen. What do we think that was, Kurt? Late 83?
Yeah, 83.
Because
Bowling
that
shirt.
issue came out in January 84, I think. John Beale.
I could see Jay in that bowling shirt, definitely, with the collars flapped out.
No,
Mhm.
that's not me. I don't have enough chest
V-neck?
hair. Well, the V-neck, yeah, that's more like a that's a V-neck, a deep V-neck.
Staying alive, staying alive.
Man, that is a good bowling shirt too. A little notepad in the pocket there. See that? See that?
Yep, for sure.
Yep.
Wrist brace.
Wrist brace. That's cheating. I don't know how golfers. I don't know how bowlers get away with that.
Yeah, the John Biel wrist brace.
Yeah, the John Biel bowler brace. John Biel looks like a bowler, doesn't he?
It's the 5-knuckle shuffle brace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is John Beale? There he is.
I mean, he's got a bowling ball in his belly.
Oh, there you
there.
go. Yeah, he
Yeah.
is wearing he's wearing a lot of stuff. Wow. But yes. Yeah, you guys, so make sure to tune in on Twitch this Wednesday, March 9th. And you guys, I don't know how many times, I probably just have to say this every day. Follow us on Twitch. It's just it's growing over there. It's we have a great time, and it's not just for games. Even though we do play GTA every night over there, I mean we do have a great time, and we are having. There is like a crew now of people every night, but we're also doing the Van Halen thing over there, and it's great. I think we've done 3 shows already, and actually it turns out. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome because we do the show live on that Wednesday, and then we put it up on YouTube that Thursday. So it gives us content for that Thursday. So there's a show every day now on the channel here. Like every day there's.
I mean, every day.
Every day. I'm shuffling.
Oh no!
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Who's this? Let me see. Every day there's a show here, and that was always part of the dream. Is to have something, every day on Johnny Bean TV. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, it's Kurt with a C.
Hey, Kurt with a C.
Kurtzy.
What's up, man?
Yeah. Well, I had to call in to give Kurt with a K kudos for calling out that piece of shit Chuck Berry.
Oh,
No one ever seems to remember. No one ever seems to remember that shit, but me. And for some reason, he does too.
What do you
And
mean
I am
shit?
so sick of the music industry giving that piece of crap kudos. That guy's a scumbag perv loser. I don't care if he did the duck walk across stage in the 60s or not. He's a piece of shit.
wow.
I remember it. And so does Kurt. So does Kurt with a K. I hope you guys do. The guy's a scumbag. So, and he's a pariah. He's a piece of shit. So there you go. I'm out.
Oh man.
Are we on a limit for curses for the night? Now?
Yeah. No more swearing, please.
Yeah, Kurt with the C. He must not have watched Saturday night, but we had a little fun on Chuck Berry for about 2 minutes.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
Everyone got it but Laz. Laz didn't
Yeah.
get it.
Oh. Brrr.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in his defense, he's not around anymore. So, but yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I really don't know much about Chuck Berry. I mean, not as far as like the whatever weird stuff he was into.
You're saying
it was
Laz
weird.
isn't around anymore?
What?
Or Chuck Berry?
Chuck Berry. Chuck
Okay.
Berry. I don't know.
Oh, Chuck
I-
Berry.
Whatever. Oh my god.
Charlie, you got to look it up, man. There's some slightly gross / humorous. Like when you look at it from the outside, you're like, that's disgusting, but it's kind of funny. But then there are some things that you're like, wow, he's, jail.
Yeah. Go to Urban Dictionary and look it up.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we don't have to get into all that tonight. We're gonna have a great time here.
Right. We're going to talk about Van Halen.
Yep.
Yes.
Everybody, open up a separate window. And then comment in the chat with what kind of details you're finding out, and we won't read them on the air.
Gross. Yeah, I guess he was into some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Huh? Let's see. Where should we? All right, so we've got a contest a little later. We announced that Steve Rosen will be here next. Well, actually, he'll be on Twitch, which technically that video will be on this channel on that Thursday. And let's see, what else?
Our friend Nerd Halen went to or Caleb went to the Mammoth show on Wednesday or Thursday. What day was it, Jay?
Wednesday. If you're
Wednesday.
75 years old or above, it's
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Hey,
Looks
man.
like
Hey,
he
lad.
saw a pretty good show, and he met a couple celebrities.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep,
Yeah, I
said it
was
said it
watching.
awesome.
I was watching some. It's craziness, man. Because I mean, it's such a small world. Because my feed was like full of like friends that were there.
Oh,
Maybe yours was too. But so I was watching like live like feed, like people were going live from it and stuff. So I got to see some of it, and it was awesome.
Yep.
And actually, our buddy Music Therapy Laz, who I just saw him in the chat here, he saw him up in Sacramento. I guess that was Friday. last Friday, and he uploaded a video of a new song that they performed. So you guys can check that out over on Laz's channel.
Do we have to?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Jimmy McKay.
McKee.
Jimmy McKee. Yeah, I hope so too. I hope so too, man.
They will. They will. It makes too much sense, to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think it'll be sooner than I would say with in a year's time. I would think we would see those
next NAMM maybe, or next January.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we
Maybe.
see the announcement this NAMM, and maybe they're available at the beginning of next year or something like that.
Well, rumor is Fender won't be at NAMM, right, Johnny?
No, but no, they won't. But
I
they'll
don't know.
still.
They'll want to have some
I've
hype.
told you this before. Yeah, I have a buddy that's kind of on the inside at under the Fender umbrella. I'm not going to say what company, but he was just saying how in 2020 they sold more. I mean, I think every guitar company sold more guitars than ever, and the same thing for 2021. And they're just like, they're thinking is it costs so much money. And then Sean Silas was in here a while back too, saying the same thing. Like every year he would go to NAMM with was it Jackson and then with EVH and stuff.
Yeah.
And he just said it costs so much money to, number one, bring all that stuff, set it up, then they have to pay for everybody to be there, hotel, all the stuff. It's, tens of thousands of dollars. And with this, the promotion online nowadays, you don't really need that.
Right.
So,
and half the people are going to go to the convention anyway with just not wanting to travel. So they're probably smart.
yeah. So, I mean, everything leaks early anyway. So it's like if people are just looking online for it, they're going to see it before it's even shown at NAMM.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
Yeah, the last couple of years have kind of sucked. I don't know. It's not going to be the same.
no,
I haven't decided if I'm even going to go, but because of what's going on out there, I don't want to be in a crowd.
Yeah.
that don't bother me. I go, whatever.
Well, originally I was going to try to go, but we have our best friend's daughter's getting married, so we're going to Vegas that same weekend. So I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then they should just cancel the whole NAMM though. If you're not, if you were going to go and now you're not.
If Kurt 50 won't be there, there's no point in anybody.
Right, they should poo-poo it.
Everybody should go to Vegas to his friend's daughter's wedding instead. Maybe that's what should happen.
Crash it.
It's not even a wedding. It's a bachelorette and bachelor party. And here we go, Jay. Who the bachelorette and the bachelor are going on the same trip.
That's cool. It's a joint.
Yeah.
It's not the same as it used to be. I didn't have some crazy, nutty bachelor party. I went out with, my brother and all my close friends and stuff and just had a good time.
Yeah.
So
I was pretty calm too.
Yeah.
Whipped cream races and Jello slip and slide was about as crazy as we got.
Butt cheek body shots. Or butt crack body shot. That's what it is. Butt crack shots, whatever it is. Yeah. Dude, come on.
It's your last time. You'll never see it again.
Anyway, I'll show one thing and then I'll save the other thing for later. Real quick while we're just killing time here, it seems like.
Yeah.
So our buddy Brendan Butt Cheeks, I won't show this side because it's got all his information on it. But He sent me his new business card. Let me get the blur off here.
The fuzz.
Dag nabbit. I'll put good old Ernest. What do you got there? So I got his new high quality business card, but he strapped these guitar picks to the card with electrical tape, so it like, and he's an engineer. Like, what are you doing?
So there's splooge on the back.
Yeah. So get off.
His picks are honking.
Yeah, dude. Bam.
Wow.
Wait. And yeah. So there's the other side that has all his info on it. I don't know if he wants me showing it. I'm not going to, though. Thanks, Brendan.
Awesome, Brendan.
Dude,
Yeah.
I met him at EVH Con. What a great guy.
Yeah, dude. He's
cool as
yeah.
they get.
Yep. Anyway,
That's awesome.
he sells I'll just give up. How about this? I'll do his Etsy shop. I'll cover up
give
the
him a
other
plug.
information. But he's got an electrical tape on it, so you can't even. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Yeah, you kind of can, right?
Something Dan.
Shop B, shop B
Etsy
squared
shop,
CBGs.
www.com. There you go.
Cool.
Yeah. Electrical tape.
Awesome.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that stuff melts.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't use that.
Didn't you know he was shipping it to South Carolina?
Yeah. So let's see. We got 75 people in here. Say hello. Sharon Wilddollar is here.
Hey now.
Groomed facial hair looks. Keith Campbell.
Is Sharon talking about my hair, Jay's
gotta
hair,
be.
or Paul's hair?
I don't
What?
know.
Paul. What do you mean? Did any of you guys, Johnny, did you shave today?
No.
Did you
Did she
shave today,
shave Paul's back once?
Kurt?
Yeah, like on the porch or something.
Wow.
Octopus Ears. Thomas Santiago, Mike Olson, Janice Lala, Hellstorm, Cantroy 55, Nightbot, who is me, Zach Thong, Matthew Stewart, All Day All Night, Sean Mahoney,
Mahoney.
Oh, Mahoney.
the latest winner in the with the Funko Pop, which by the way, we're doing another giveaway tonight, so type in #win in the chat right now for your chance to win. We got 84 watching.
Liquid Charlie's
see.
got a good question.
This one?
Yeah.
Can you talk about if any other songs were recorded around the time of Me Wise Magic?
4 more
I'm gonna-
besides Me Wise Magic and Can't Get the
Can't
Stuff
get
No
the
More.
stuff
Right?
no more. Right.
Huh? There was other ones?
Yep.
Supposedly 4 more that Michael Anthony had mentioned in an interview back in 2000? Or was it, what year did he?
And supposedly Sammy used 2 of those songs on that next album he did.
March on the Mars?
Huh?
Yep. Yeah.
What?
Or you mean he
Yeah,
used the
I'll
lyrics?
find out.
He used the
I'll find out
lyrics.
what they are.
The lyrics.
He wouldn't
you
have.
mean?
He wouldn't have used the music. He would have
The
used
lyrics.
lyrics.
Okay. Wow. I didn't know that. I didn't know all this. Yeah, I would love to, because the sound of those of the production on Me Wise Magic and Can't Get the Stuff No More is awesome. I would
Because
love
that
for
stuff
those-
they were left over from what they worked on with Sammy.
Yeah. Because they had to pay Sammy how much money for lyrics he wrote for which song?
I think Can't Get This Stuff No More.
That's right. I didn't find this stuff out until recently. I mean, I knew the 4 songs. I remember reading.
I'm just
an
finding out
interview
right
with
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Sammy wrote those lyrics?
Yeah, like a verse or
What?
something like that.
One of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the songs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. See, Charlie, you want to come in here and talk about it? I think you know more than I do, definitely, about it. I don't want to speak for the other 2 cats. But Nerd Halen saying it was the vocal melody, not the and Liquid Charlie says the melody of the chorus.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing happens all the time. You know, because you get something good. I mean, why, try to change it?
And sometimes, you hear something enough, you can't get it out of your head, and it's hard to rewrite something that you've heard
That's
100 times.
When I was working with Desmond Child, he had a saying for that, and it's called demo love.
Demoitis. I always heard it.
That's
thing.
yeah, maybe that's another one, but yeah, when you get something, just it has to become the song, or you can't change it. It becomes whatever the final product is.
Right.
Yeah.
And on that subject, I wonder if Van Halen's plan was to do more than 2 songs with Dave, but as we all know, it took him forever to bust out the vocals for the 2 songs he did. And, did they just say, bag it, let's just take these 2 and run with it?
You're talking about the 96 songs?
Yeah.
Because they were supposed to make music videos for those too.
Mm-hmm.
I think everything just fell apart. I thought that they recorded 4 more. And again, I'd have to go back and read the interview with Michael Anthony, but from what I remember, it was something about they finished those songs and then things fell apart. So they were like, well, screw it. We're just not going to release any more. They shelved them. But I don't know. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. It seemed like things fell apart that night of the MTV thing.
Oh God, yeah.
If you watch some of their interviews that they did afterwards, and Mike Olson, thank you so much, man. Yeah, that was. Do you guys remember? In the chat as well. Do you guys remember watching the MTV? What was it? It was the VMAs, right? Video Music Awards '96.
Yep.
And I think it was Dennis Miller. I think he was the host, and he introduced Van Halen. They come out, and Beck ends up winning whatever that was best.
Male Music Video of the Year.
Video music, yeah. And he's up there, doing his speech, and Roth is like dancing around, acting crazy behind him. And I remember watching that. Well, I mean, technically live, I guess. Well, I was out here in California. Is it live out here though? I don't think it is. It's live.
Oh, so it's live on the East Coast, and then
it's live on the East Coast. It's out here is where they do it. It's live out there, but it plays out here like a few hours later.
Yeah, otherwise, it would start at like
5
o'clock or 4 o'clock your time, which would make no sense.
Well, I can't remember though, because I remember watching that, but it was like evening, so it wasn't like earlier in the day. For me, it was evening.
I mean, I was in New York when I watched it, and it was nighttime. It wasn't. It wasn't early. So
tonight's about me, not about you.
But I remember, man. Me and my brother were so pumped because, again, I've said this a bunch of times. Like, Sammy was out, but it was okay because Dave was coming back. That's what made it all right. All right. Well, if Sammy's not in anymore, at least Dave's back in the band. That was what our thought process was, And then when he came out, this is the first time in what was it? How many years? What did he say? 12 years?
He said it was the first time we've stood on stage together in over a decade.
Over a decade.
and they came out to run him with the devil, and he's wearing those, what kind of pants were those, Jay?
Like the
They were pulled up
Cavarici
to,
jeans or something.
they were up to here.
Pulled up to his, pulled up to his chest.
Yeah.
And I remember my brother was fired up because Eddie came out in the,
Old painter overalls.
Dude, my brother was like, yes, Eddie, look at him. He was pumped.
And Eddie had his sunglasses in the front pocket. And as soon as Dave started doing his stick, he got pissed and he kind of backed away and he pulled them out and put his sunglasses on.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll never forget the interview with Eddie and Alex when Alex is like, Dave said, tonight's about me. It's not about you. Tonight's about me.
Yeah, but who knows? I mean, dude, so much stuff was said back then. It's like, who knows exactly what transpired backstage and,
Well,
it was
anyone in the chat,
when you guys were watching, everybody in the chat, when you watched it, were you like, at first, I'm sure we all were like, yes. But then once it got kind of a little, like Dave, when he's doing his little gyrating stuff up there, everybody like, ooh, what the hell? Look at him.
look at his receding hairline.
Well, not everybody's Kurt 5150 with the,
The groomed.
But those in the chat, if you've read the conversations with Brad Talinsky and Chris Gill, there's a great interview in that book by Ray Daniels, and he breaks down this whole night from the beginning to the end of it, which explains a lot.
So does he kind of corroborate the Alex and Eddie story?
He's on the fence, but his motive was to keep the band, going due to the fact that Sammy was out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a great interview. You gotta listen to it. I mean, he goes into Sammy leaving, he goes into the Dave thing, he goes into the Gary thing, the Mitch Malloy. I think there's a lot of unknown things that Ray Daniels says in that book that a lot of people didn't know about or just speculated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another fun fact in that book that a lot of people don't know about is Johnny, what's the name of the song with Gary Sharon that never made it?
That's Why I Love You.
So according to Gary, that was an audition song. That wasn't a leftover song from the second album.
The second album.
So that's why Mitch had that music.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
yeah, and what I had heard, I don't know how, well, it must have been from Desmond, because I've said this. I don't know how much of this is out there, but Desmond Child was writing with Eddie. They were writing songs together, and Desmond showed Eddie a Mitch Malloy music video at 5150. And he's like, "Hey, you should try him out." And so as Desmond was leaving 5150, he called Mitch and said, "Hey, I come down and audition." And for some reason, I mean, I do know there was at least one or two song titles that got out that were songs that Desmond wrote with Eddie. One was either called "Blood from a Stone" or "Blood from a Rock."
Blood from a Stone
was the title. Yeah, and I remember Desmond telling me that. And for some reason, I'm thinking that music from That's Why I Love You, I'm thinking that was the music for that song.
Mm.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's amazing that Desmond Child thought that Mitch Malloy would his voice would work in Van Halen.
I mean, the thing is, you never know. You know, it's such a Mike Olson. Thank you again. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? But as far as that night, I remember watching that and thinking it was cool that Roth. You know, of course, I'm a fan of Roth, but you know, I was a fan of the Van Hagar more myself.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do love it all. I mean, if it's Eddie, you know, if it's all Eddie, to me, it's all Eddie Van Halen, all of it. So I love it all because of that. But I think for a lot of us, you know, it's when you get into it. And I got into Van Halen in 86, 85, 86. So obviously for me, the Sammy Hagar era is really my era.
Yeah.
But,
and Johnny, for me, you know, obviously I was bummed too that Sammy left, but it was always that, oh, great, now who's going to come in? And then having Dave come in was almost a relief that they weren't going to try to find someone else.
Mm-hmm. Oh, because they'd be familiar.
Yeah.
Because they could go back and play those older tunes. And
I think a big part of it as well is Dave left at such, you know, people can argue 84 was, in a lot of people's minds, the pinnacle of, you know, the MTV era, all this stuff. And yeah, they did the 2 songs or whatever then, but it's almost like they had unfinished business. It's not like, you know, 84 came out and it was crap and it's like, yeah, Dave's coming back. No, 84 was phenomenal. So people were like, yes, you know, Dave's coming back. So that's how kind of I look at it, you know.
mm-hmm.
And they were just bombarded backstage. The press just was all over them.
Yep.
Which makes you kind of wonder, Jay, like, what was behind the scenes like before they got on stage? Did these guys, like, were they hanging out in the limo? And did they get out and rush to the stage last minute? You know, they had to have, because it was almost like a surprise that they were there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I don't think they would have walked in together. I that's why Roth was dressed like that, so nobody knew who he was.
So in the book, Eddie and Roth got into it in the limo
beforehand.
And that's when Eddie was telling him baby steps, like, let's just take this one thing at a time. Don't get the cart before the horse.
But I mean, you can understand, right? Like when you look at both sides. Yeah, all right, baby steps, I get it. But then why do a public appearance? Because the fans are like, he's back. You know, and I, in my opinion, you know, anybody that's been in a band situation, or, you know, if you're bringing a guy that was in the band back on stage with you to do a thing, and he's not technically yet back in the band, it's kind of like, what are we doing,
Jay,
guys? Is this a publicity stunt, or is this a real thing?
Warner Brothers put it together because of the Greatest Hits album.
Yeah,
so
I know, but that's kind of where I was going with it. It seemed like, and from what the stuff I was reading a few years back, it seemed like MTV they weren't gonna come on, they weren't gonna be allowed on. Like MTV didn't want them on if Dave wasn't gonna be there.
Right.
So it was like, hey, this is great promotion if Roth is with you, you know. So I don't know.
96, if you could get a good music video, it was a game changer. Game changer.
Yep.
So different now.
And back then, everybody was watching the the Video Music Awards. It was huge.
Oh, yeah.
So to have Van Halen back on stage with Roth, talk about promotion, right? You can't pay for that kind of promotion.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Van Halen and Roth, they were one of the originators of the first MTV Music Awards. I think they had in 84, 85. It was kind of, they came up with it,
84.
Yeah.
I think Roth was there. Was that the 84 one? Dave.
When he's
Dave at the
pictured with
time was MTV.
like Pee Wee Herman and well,
That might be 85.
Yeah.
No, actually, no. What? Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of photos you see of Roth at MTV, and that was 85, because Eddie was there, too. Eddie had the slightly shorter hair.
Dave TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
but it seemed like towards the end of the Sammy era, Eddie obviously kind of wanted a little more control in the band and things like that. And according to Sammy's book, when Dave was in the band, Dave ran that band as far as the business aspect, things they were going to be doing. Obviously, Eddie wrote the music and all that stuff. But Dave, they did things that Dave wanted to do or that he thought were, best and stuff like that. And Sammy said when he got in the band, it was like, hey, what do you guys want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? Well, I think we should do this. Okay, fine. So it was almost like Sammy was the one running the band, obviously along with Ed Loeffler and everything.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So when Dave comes back in the picture, things are completely different. When he was in that band, he was used to kind of running the show a little bit as far as
he was at the helm
of it.
Yeah.
And then when he got back in there, it was probably instant tension, even all the past stuff behind them, trying to get over that stuff. There was probably a power struggle instantly with Dave trying to hey, wait a minute, do I have any say what's going on here? And once
Jay,
Dave
you bring
saw
up a
those
good
lights, once Dave saw those lights when he stepped on stage, it was all bets are off.
You bring up a good point. Noel Monk, if you guys have read his book, Running with the Devil, you can tell that he was very heavily sided with Dave. In that book, he talks Dave up big time. And I think Dave was a pivotal part of firing Marshall Burrell and bringing Noel Monk in. And when the band split up, Noel Monk was done. Dave went his way. I think, Dave was in control, and he had Noel Monk wrapped around his finger back in 79 through 84 for sure. So when he came back, it was a different show.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, totally different.
And like you said,
so many years.
Ed Loeffler and Sammy, they took over.
Yep. Who mentioned the Super Bowl hat? Keith Campbell. Yeah, he's got this. Roth before he left Van Halen the first time, he was like the most stylish dude. I mean, nobody could get away with wearing some of the stuff. And there, it's just like they were probably like, "Look what Dave just showed up in. He's got jeans up."
That's why I'm saying, he was walking in there so nobody knew who he was. That's why he's wearing a hat.
Yeah, but he could have went backstage right before he went on stage and changed into something a little more, frontmanish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a
The
crazy.
Sam and Dave tour.
I was there.
Yeah, Roth came in with these silver pants that were painted on when I saw him.
Yeah, and his hair was, barely there, and his kicks were barely there.
Yeah.
When was that? 2002.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I love Dave. I think we've said this a million times on this show. He was the greatest frontman in rock and roll for many years.
Mm-hmm.
In 2002, when I saw the Sam and Dave tour, I knew his career was on the downward spiral. He just couldn't do it,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I don't want to get too negative, but I'm right there with you, man.
It was almost funny.
Yeah, there was a comical aspect to it because he was doing like you know, we're used to watching the videos of him doing these huge jumps off the rise or these huge kicks, all this, and he's doing like these mini kicks, and he's like looking at the crowd like, yeah, you see that? You see that?
I mean, I sure as hell couldn't do that right now.
No,
You know?
but I'm not. We're not David Lee Roth, are we?
Right.
You know, and I think a lot of it for me, I never saw Van Halen with David Lee Roth. So in 2002, I saw Van Halen with Hagar. So I was more excited to see David Lee Roth play, but the only reason is because we got to see him play Van Halen songs. You know, there was only the nostalgia was the only reason we were excited. Whereas Sammy, you know, yeah, he obviously played a lot of Van Halen stuff, but he also played his solo stuff and some covers and everything. You know, the whole argument of like, oh, Sammy sucks, Dave this. Yeah, you can say Roth is better than Van Halen if that's your opinion, but like without Van Halen, you know, I know Sammy had a successful solo career before Van Halen, but after Van Halen, Sammy, you know, he's done all right. You know, whereas Dave, you know, I think he needs Van Halen.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, Dave did great, like right out of the gate. 86, 88, still 88. I liked Skyscraper.
Yeah, it's a great record.
And then my buddy Jason Becker was with them.
Yep.
A little ain't enough, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that.
But even that record didn't do that well, man. You know?
So
it was a steep decline. After Eat 'Em and Smile, it was a pretty steep decline.
Did you guys know
pretty
that,
quick too?
Yeah.
Did you guys know that all the characters and the costumes and the suits in Dave's videos were all leftover stuff from his movie?
Really?
So all those characters at the beginning of Yankee Rose and the Mini Mart, those were all characters that were supposed to be in his movie. And him and Pete Angelis had nothing to do with it, so they used it for his videos.
That's
that
smart,
was all
right?
props and yeah.
Man.
The movie was supposed to be Dave touring LA. He was like a tour guide.
Man. Could you?
And there was going to be all this.
Wouldn't you have loved to have been a fly on the effing wall when Dave got that phone call? Hey man, movie's off. We're not doing it.
Not in your life, honey.
Man, he probably would have. He probably pooped his pants. Like, oh no.
Oh,
No.
they probably dumped a lot of cash on that. Just pre-production, you know, the writing, everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yep.
And you know, the
Can't Touch
outtake
It.
videos of him cruising around on his motorcycle and in his 51 Mercury with the top down, that the outtake for Jump in Panama, all that was going to be part of the movie as well.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is, but I mean, is that a movie? You know what I mean?
I know. But I mean, think about Jay in 84. What were some of the, you know, movies going on back then? You know, like Pee-wee's Big Adventure, you know.
It was all cheesy.
Nowadays, would that
true.
be a movie? Howard the Duck, you know, all those things, like they were pretty quirky.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Can you imagine an hour and a half of Roth in a movie, like straight?
Well, remember the barbecue video he did at his house?
Oh my God. There was, yeah, but who were the chicks? Wasn't there like 3 chicks in like those super skin tight silver outfits?
Yeah, 2 of them were twins.
Oh my God. That was the only good part of that whole Mojo Dojo barbecue thing.
Yeah. I had to go see a psychiatrist afterwards to make sure I was still okay.
Man.
But that was a pivotal time, though. I mean,
Yep.
96. for sure.
And dude, I would love to have gone to go back and see the Eat 'em and Smile tour. Like, man, not even just for Dave, like, Bissonette on drums, Sheehan on bass, and Vi on guitar. Are you kidding me? Like, you can't get more talent out of 3 musicians on one stage than like that's ridiculous.
I saw Roth twice. Before the Sam and Dave tour, I saw him. He opened up for Bad Company. Maybe 2000, 2001.
How was that?
It was okay.
Yeah.
He went to the very edge of the stage with a full bottle of Jack Daniels and basically jerked it into the crowd and got all over a friend of mine. He took a girl on a date and she didn't even know who David Lee Roth was. And she goes to this concert and he just douses her with Jack Daniels.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then he swapped out the bottles and drank the iced tea.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I don't know. I hate to say it. I was never a huge fan of Roth solo, just at all.
Well, what did you think of because you're about the same boat as me, even though, before Sammy joined, my older brother was listening to Van Halen. I mean, I remember when he bought Van Halen 2, but I don't think it was the first Van Halen record he bought. I asked him a while back, I'm like, dude, do you remember the order? He goes, I think Women and Children First might have been my first Van Halen tape. He's like, but I can't remember. So it was either maybe Women and Children or Fair Warning. He said maybe one of those two. But I mean, I remember him listening to all that stuff. And I remember the huge deal that when 84 was coming out and, all the stuff about it. But where was I going with this?
If I remember something.
Yeah.
Do I remember all that? No, because I wasn't there.
Yeah, you were talking about David Lee Roth solo. So I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah. So I was going to say, as soon as you got into Van Halen, it was obviously Sammy was the singer. And then you were seeing the guy that was on the old albums solo instantly. Like you weren't seeing him yet. So I got to see him in Van Halen and then solo. So I was like, hey, this is cool.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking, I've told this a million times, but if you guys are brand new here, this is new to you, then make sure to subscribe. I remember the jump. I remember the 84 videos when they were brand new.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan, but I thought they were funny. I thought the How for Teacher video was funny with Waldo and all that. And then, from then on, I saw everything in real time.
But Johnny, remember during Jump, Panama, Hot for Teacher, when those were still on heavy play on MTV, there was also California Girls and Just a Gigolo around the same time, a little bit later in the year.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. So I remember that stuff brand new as well, and thinking they were funny.
Yep. They were. I mean,
yeah, but not buying the records, not being like a fan, just thinking, oh, those videos are funny. I'd watch MTV for all of it, for all that stuff.
Yep.
But it wasn't until Back to the Future with that cassette tape that said Edward Van Halen, hearing that riff, and then being like, man, I got to get into this Van Halen, and then went to the store, and then the next new record was 5150, and they had 5150 and Eat 'em and Smile side by side on display.
I bet.
And I went right for the Van Halen. I'm like,
Catch a tiger by its toe.
No, there was none of that. I'm like, Van Halen. So I've always been total team Van Halen. Roth solo, it's good, but it's not as exciting to me.
I get it. I mean,
Van Halen.
The one thing I will say is I remember when when Eat 'em and Smile, when Yankee Rose premiered on MTV. You know, how old was I? So I was 9, I think.
Yep.
And I remember being a 9-year-old thinking like, this is awesome. You know, like a cool video. And I remember walking, I was like, do those pants have to have, are his butt cheeks out? You know?
The beginning of the video, they're like in the face of the camera.
Yeah. And it was just so cool. It was like, you couldn't get more, you know, at that, like that era of rock and roll than that was. It was so cool. And again, you know, my mindset was like, this is awesome. We got the guy that was in Van Halen has his own stuff out now. And, you know, what's going on? It was cool. You know?
Well,
Yeah.
Jay, Johnny and I were talking about it on Wednesday when I was 8, 9 years old as well. And when I saw Back to the Future, I had the 5150 tape and I thought that was like an instrumental of Get Up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because of the name Get Up, you know, he's getting out of bed.
Oh,
And
that's the
he's using the Steinberger guitar on
Get up.
it. I mean, at 8
Whoa.
years old, you know, you're not that savvy when it comes to music. But
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at this guy.
well.
Get
you
up,
think
get up, get to work.
yeah.
If you think you're an idiot, listen to this. When MTV
Lindy,
first-
yes. Yes, Lindy. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
there you go, Lindy.
Mm.
When MTV really started kicking in, I was obsessed with music videos. I'm sure we all were. And it was
Oh,
about
yeah.
the time. Yeah, it was about the time, you know, I got my Fisher Price radio. Jesus Christ. My Fisher Price record player.
Record player. The orange
know?
one.
Yeah, the orange one.
I had
My brother
that.
had one.
So I remember, you know, my mom would take me to, I forget what it's like in Illinois, there was like Osco and Jewel or something, Jewel of Osco, whatever the hell the store was. And, you know, we'd get every once in a while, she'd take me to get a 45 of like, you know, a hit single that was out or whatever. And I remember like Shake It Up
You
in the
saw that.
cars, you know?
Oh yeah.
But I remember like having a handful of 45s and, you know, it always had the time of the, you know, 3 minutes, 43 seconds or whatever. Dude, I thought that was the time of day that they were playing that video of that song. So you think you're an idiot. I was definitely an idiot. So I'd sit in front of the TV. Okay. 3:43. Is that PM or AM? And the video wouldn't come on. And I'd be like, what is happening?
We got a smart one here.
Nah, yeah.
We-
I'm sure my mom was like, should I tell him? Nah. That's what I'm sitting in front of the TV like an idiot.
We didn't have cable back then when I was that age, but my grandma did. And we used to always go over to her house on Sunday for dinner. And she had one of those big TVs that like sat on the floor and was like all oak and it looked like a piano with the screen on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we would sit on the floor and watch MTV for hours, just soaking it in. And I think eventually we got cable probably when I was about 12 or 13. But memories of MTV when I was a kid was always at my grandma's, you know, and my older brother was there schooling us on who this was and where they were from and what songs they sang. You know, it was experience for sure. Memorable.
I used to put my Spider-Man pajamas on and try to do the Michael Jackson dances.
Oh yeah. The one with the
Yeah.
plastic on the feet, the white plastic like little knobs.
You sliding around the linoleum in the kitchen. To be 7 years old again.
Yep. Make sure you're wearing underwear when you zip that bad boy up.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Man. Let's see. Yeah, Lindy Lynch, thank you so much. Yeah, so it looks like we'll do a couple giveaways. We'll do the pop, and then she's got a book as well.
I remember, you know, Michael Jackson was one of my early music memories, and having no idea that Eddie played the solo on "Beat It." I mean, I don't think I knew that until I was like 12 or 13 years old.
I knew that.
I didn't know it till I picked up a guitar magazine and read it. You know, when I was like, 6 years later, maybe.
Now my brother told me, so I knew basically instantly. And I remember watching the Beat It video when it premiered. Where's Eddie Van Halen?
Oh man.
I was like, where's Eddie? I thought he was gonna.
Yeah. I might have to change my whole history of how I got into Van Halen now, because now I'm thinking because
It was
I
83.
had Thriller.
Yeah.
I had that. That came out in 82.
Oh,
Yeah.
82. Yeah.
I had that.
When did
I
the Beat
remember
It
the
video
music-
come out?
Probably 83. Probably. But I remember that video. I remember that solo, and I remember knowing who that was.
Yeah, so maybe you got to
So-
rethink your whole Van
so-
Halen history here.
My whole life. Yeah.
This whole Johnny Bean TV's been a lie.
We delete all the videos, Johnny. You got to start from scratch. Square one with Van Halen.
Yeah. Thursdays at 8.
Oh,
Hey now.
Stephen
1982. Beat it.
hey, look at that. That's great to hear. Oh, I thought he said they're doing well. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
I hope they are doing well. Thank you, Stephen Franklin. I have not heard from them. I don't know. But I hope they
I
are.
hope they're doing well.
mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, we hope they're doing well.
Yeah, Leo Safko says no. Monk said Eddie refused any money for that. Now, could you imagine him going back and be like, hey, how about half a point or a point on this song for me doing the solo?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I don't know if he refused money. I just don't think I think he just did it as a favor.
Yeah. Yeah, he might not even been offered. Because
Right.
who would turn down money? Like, hey, we'll give you a couple grand to do a solo. Nah.
And according to Steve Lukather, Michael Jackson wasn't even around when Eddie came in and did that.
But isn't there conflicting
And he
stories?
rearranged the song without Michael knowing it.
Yeah.
And they had to tell him, hey, Eddie rearranged the song to, work with the solo. And I think what Steve Lukather said is Eddie didn't even bring an amp. He just brought his guitar, his 5150, and he did the solo on a Fender amp.
Oh, I think. Oh, Jesus. It sounds like Eddie Van Halen.
Johnny, Fender amp.
Fender amp, yeah. But no, it would have been the Frankenstein. Because that was recorded in 82.
Yeah.
That was before Kramer.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah,
because
I don't know
didn't
what
Eddie
he's.
say- Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know what amp he's using, but that's one of my favorite solos. That's one of my favorite guitar tones he's ever done. There's a certain harmonic in that song, and every time I hear that, I always listen. Like I'll always check out like anybody that does a cover of that solo, like on YouTube or whatever, or live or whatever. I'll always listen to it, and they never nail it. It's like Eddie was the only one who ever got that harmonic.
Yeah.
And it's like so cool.
Oh, it is a great solo.
According to Steve, the rhythm track that he did had a lot more gain and a little bit more effects, and they had him tone it down because they said it was too like metalish.
Well, Keith Campbell said they rented a Marshall bassman or bassman, whatever. Yeah, because didn't Lukather said that Eddie was like, because I guess the solo part was just dead. Was it just the one progression? Was it dead end, dead end? And they were going to have him solo that
Without the change.
He's like, wait a minute, let's take the chord progression from, and I'll sort of make it move around and make it more interesting.
Yeah.
So it's cool that they were open. Quincy obviously had to okay that, and the fact that Michael didn't flip his lip. Michael probably came back in and was like, "Wow, that makes a lot more sense. Makes it a lot cooler doing it like that."
And they had to redo the Jeff Porcaro had to redo the drum track because they spliced up the original tape, and apparently he did it with a set of headphones on, listening to the tracks that they did, and re-recorded it.
What a great drummer!
But she's an animal. Yeah.
See, nowadays, Johnny, this with digital audio recording and stuff like that. It's way easier. You can record anything in any order, and it's a lot. Back then, you had to be good to be able
Timing.
to
Yeah.
track drums on top of everything else everything else underneath.
Yeah, but back then it wasn't just the musicians; it was the engineer, it was the producer. They all had to be good to be able to because they were working with tape. Now you can just fly stuff around. You can record a million takes. You can comping is much easier now than it was then.
It's too easy now, actually.
Where basically, and I've told you guys this. I mean, this is the truth. A lot of professional commercial music you hear really is not real. It's like paste. It's all cut and pasted together from like several different takes and several different versions. Back then, it was they were doing some of that then, but it wasn't nearly as much as nowadays.
Santa Cruz 3600. He's asking where I got that info. Steve Lukather did an interview. He says it sounds all wrong. I've listened to it like 3 times. Also in the interview, to be a fly on the wall, Steve said that Steve Lukather, a couple guys from Toto, Michael Jackson, and Paul McCartney all jammed in the studio, and they were tracking some of it. Not for the album, but they were just jamming.
With Paul McCartney?
Yeah.
Paul McCartney.
Jay's favorite.
What do you mean?
I'll
I don't have a
right
problem
back.
with Paul McCartney.
I'm joking.
You ever see that clip of I forget what it's from, but there's that theory or whatever you want to call it that Stevie Wonder isn't exactly like blind as a bat. He may be legally blind. And there's a few people that have come out and said, no, he can see a little bit. There's that clip of Shaquille O'Neal said it. Who's the other basketball player? John Sally came out and said it. And there's that clip of there was some like all-star music concert thing going on. And all these musicians are jamming on stage. It's like the very end of the concert. And Paul McCartney is running across the front of the stage, right? And Stevie Wonder's at like the edge. Like if you're on the stage, so he's stage left, right? Stevie Wonder. And he's standing in front of a microphone or whatever, and he's doing his thing, he's singing. McCartney bumps the mic stand. And it's, it's not like it's quiet, it's loud. There's a whole band playing, the crowd's going nuts. McCartney bumps the mic stand. Stevie Wonder, glove save and a beauty. Just grabs it as it's falling over.
Oh my gosh.
You got to watch it. As soon as I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. So who knows?
Huh?
So, yeah, Santa Cruz. Some of the drums on Michael Jackson stuff is a drum machine, but I mean you can tell the difference between the live drums and the drum machine.
Jeff
back
Carr.
Get the I bought it when it first came out. There's a Thriller special edition on iTunes.
Yes.
Where actually there's a bunch of demos. And you can hear.
Thriller was basically Toto. It was Jeff Porcaro, Steve Lukather, Steve Porcaro, David Paich. David Paich did all the piano and keyboard stuff. Is it Humans Beane or Human Nature? Those guys were all session musicians that just happened to be in a band together.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be starting something, that's a drum machine. Yep.
Yeah. That reminds me, I still have to listen to that. What song? Who was it? Was that Steve Carmichael? Who was that? You? Who was that? We were talking that one day on one of these shows, and you said something about how there's an ET song out there that isn't official. I'm gonna have to listen to that. Was it Neil Diamond or something? Who was talking about that? I still have to hear it.
And don't you wish there was video footage of Eddie tracking that solo? Man.
Oh, could you imagine you being a fly on the wall during that, just watching all that go down?
Imagine being the engineer sitting there recording it. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Steve Carmichael, was that you? Who was that talking about the E.T. song? Somebody in the chat, for some reason, we were talking about that on one of these shows. It was like a week ago or something.
Yo,
Yeah.
speaking of, you want to be starting something. There's I don't know if it's the majority of them, but there's a live concert. And I don't know what tour it's on. It might be on the Thriller tour. It might be on the Bad tour. I forget. But they start playing, want to be starting something. And they, it's the real band behind them. And the drummer just comes in. It's they're floating. I'm like, holy crap. Not only singing it, but like imagine dancing that fast to it. If I'm Mike, slow it down. What are you doing? Man.
They're all on New Coke.
Yeah.
Or Pepsi.
Yeah.
It makes more sense if they were all on Coke, but
on fire.
Yeah.
That's where they were.
Pepsi was on fire.
Man. You want to be starting something? You got to be starting something. Float. Oh yeah, Jeannie must be watching because she just sent me Stevie Wonder's Not Blind slow verification videos.
oh.
So, yep.
Yeah, Larry says goes to prove that tone's in your fingers, and he wanted to know what year that bassman was. I could find out. I'll do some research. I'll re-listen to that Lukather interview. I'll also find out those two other songs that supposedly Sammy worked on. We can talk about them on another show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Turn on the Heartlight. That's a great song.
Oh, my mom.
You've heard that?
That's
a song I've never heard.
You go. What is it?
Neil Diamond.
It's Neil Diamond.
Yeah, that's Neil Diamond.
That's a song he got sued for. That's a song that he wrote about E.T. Yeah, in the movie.
That's one of his biggest.
Turn on your finger light.
But it's not official.
Who got
Turn
sued?
on the hotline.
Right?
Eating Reese's Pieces.
Make it shine wherever you go. Wait, who got sued, Johnny? Neil Diamond got sued?
Well, I don't know. Like it's a Neil Diamond song that was about E.T., but it wasn't official. It wasn't in the movie. I don't know the story about it. Maybe John Biel knows.
Let's just make up a story.
My mom was a big Neil Diamond fan. My mom, so we didn't like him.
I liked him. Then Jay
photos out of the car
Waddles
and
and
hide it.
giggling, performing the meanest tuck move since the.
Great show, boys.
Thank you, Boner Jams.
Yeah, we got
Boner
almost
Jams.
100 watching right
Boner
now.
Jams.
Have us talking about ET and tuck moves. And
Neil
stuff.
Diamond.
Yeah.
And Neil Diamond.
If there's 100 people in here, we need more people. We need more people to type #win in the chat
Well, yeah, I want to win something here.
because we're giving away an Eddie Van Halen Funko Pop. We're giving one of these away right here. This is mine, but this could be yours.
We're giving one of these away tonight.
It's true. So
Mad Dog says Eddie went to visit Michael Jackson after Wolfie was born, and Michael thought he brought him a present. What? I never heard that.
Oh my god.
oh, that's horrible.
That's terrible.
God.
Thanks, Eddie. What?
Oh my god.
I probably should read. I probably should have read the whole thing before I read it out loud. You know?
Yeah, where were you on that one?
Yeah. I need a never mind. Somebody to proofread. Well, hey, while we're on the topic of Eddie Van Halen, so
we need
Jeannie,
some latency between Jay's audio.
is there really?
No, we need it. A little delay.
What's the latency between the brain and the mouth?
It's too much.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, is that yours?
No.
Wait, which one is that? That's
the one with the fake top 100.
Yeah. The BS top 100.
But it's a good magazine.
Yeah. I know. It's like you look at this and you're like, oh, 100 greatest guitar players of all time. Eddie Van Halen's on the cover. That's obviously the reissue, right? But you're looking through it, you're expecting to see
him
Eddie Van Halen at like, all right, he's not one. All right, I
maybe
I,
3. Yeah.
I don't agree with it, but I get the argument. You got Hendrix at 1. All right, I'm not going to argue. And then you go to number 2, and you're like Clapton. You're like, okay, Clapton's great, but he shouldn't be number 2. Okay, it's cool. Eric Clapton by Eddie Van Halen.
wow.
And then you go to 3, and you're like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Where the hell is the king? Wait, whoa. Now we're getting into like, take it easy.
Wait.
What?
Is that top 100 meaning number 100's the best?
Yeah, I know. At this point, you're like, is it going backwards?
Always a skip.
And then it's like, whoa, back 5? BB King 6?
Oh,
Where? Oh, there he is, ripping a shartin right there.
Oh, gosh.
And then it's like 8. Eddie Van Halen number 8?
After Chuck Berry. Or a couple after Chuck Berry.
it's a joke.
Yeah, I mean that's BS.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Actually, it's RS.
I mean, I don't know. And I get it. This is right. Isn't this one person's list? Or is it, how did they make this list? Maybe I should go back and read that.
It probably says in there, like on the first page, it probably says this was
A stupid list. This is a shitty list.
yeah.
Oh, what the cool thing is, I guess, about so they have a standing near a superhero. They have a little write up by a bunch of other guitar players about Eddie. So Steve Vai does one. And then you got Gene Simmons, Joe
From
Satriani,
Kiss.
Tony Iommi, Tom Morello. All of them do like a little write up about Eddie's playing and how he inspired them and all that other stuff.
That's cool. Is he the only one that gets an article like that?
Well, yeah, because this is the article, or this is the issue that came out after Eddie passed away.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that one.
Yeah, I said it was the
Okay,
reissue.
I have that
Yeah.
one. I had that
Yeah.
one. I had that
Mhm.
one. Yeah. Okay.
I think I have the original one that the original one where it came out with the top guitar players without all the extra Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, there's one from several years back where it had that cover.
Yeah, is it like late 90s, early 2000s, right? Maybe early to mid.
No, I think it's more recent than that.
I don't know.
I think it's within the past like 5 years.
Well, it should say it on here when it originally yeah, so there's cool,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's that picture. That's
Yep.
a great one. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All the different Rolling Stones. Okay. I remember that one.
What year's that one, Jay?
What, dude?
What year? What's the year on that?
Well, this is the one that came out in
21.
Yeah, I'm guessing
20.
20. The end of
122, 21.
Oh, somebody's calling to argue with me about something.
Right here.
I don't have that.
Yeah, you guys have the a reissue of a special edition.
Yeah.
So you have the reissue of that one.
My barcode is on the back. Yeah, so I guess I have the
To accept, press 1.
Hello? Oh. Thank
You
you.
don't want none of this.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I don't even think is Vi even on this list? I don't even know if he is. Jack
don't
White.
know.
And I mean, there's different ways to James Hetfield, 87. There's different ways to, rank greatest guitar players. Are you talking about your favorite? Are you talking about inspirational? Are you talking about the best guitarist, technique wise or skill wise?
Of all
You know.
time.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that should be, how many hits, how many albums, who they influenced.
Hello?
Hey, Johnny.
Curtsy.
Hey, Kurt with a C.
Let's just say it's Elton John this time. I'll say I'm Elton John.
Oh, hey, Elton.
Yeah. Hey, Jay's got that book. It looks like Kurt with a K does too. Is Neil Sean on the top 100? Just curious.
Hey, you want to start from the back? I'll start from. After we do this for Kurt, it says how assembled this list, the voters. So we'll have to fire off some boogers at those people.
Curtis Mayfield with the C's in here.
You say
They're looking.
who?
Curtis Mayfield.
I'm watching it. There's a little bit.
No,
of
who
a
does he
delay,
want
but
again?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Neil Sean.
Neil Sean.
Kurt Cobain with a K.
Neil Sean from Journey.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
These lists like this are always ridiculous. I mean, Keith Richards, yeah, he had a cool groove,
No.
but come on.
Nada.
I mean, he just played chords, and it's, I mean,
Neil
I dig him. He's
Neil
fun
is
to
not
watch.
in there.
Neil Young
No
is in
Neil.
there, and that's it.
Neil Sean is not in that list.
Neil
The
Sean's
Edge
not in
is
there either.
God, I would
Neil
burn
Sean.
that. I would burn that book in a ritual.
You can't because Eddie Van
burn it.
Halen's in it.
I'd put a $5 bill on it and burn it with whiskey and gasoline.
Not with Eddie Van Halen on it.
You can
Yeah,
take
Neil
his
Sean.
pages out.
Jay, go to
not on.
page
Well,
84 or
84?
85.
Anyway, I was just curious because whether it's that book or most lists, they're silly. But anyway,
I see, Johnny.
you got a bunch of 25-year-olds making the list, and I'm seeing the Chuck Berry.
There he is.
Oh my God,
my
that dude! He's back on Chuck Berry. Film and chicks taking a shit. I mean, it happened. It freaking happened.
Well,
It's not some urban myth. It happened. I'm 56. I'm old enough to remember when it went down. No pun intended. It's insane.
Oh, hey now.
All right, so
Anyway, I'm watching. Great show, Johnny. I'm out.
thank you, man. All right, bye-bye.
So it says we assembled a panel of top guitarists and other experts to rank their favorites and explain what separates the legends from everybody else. So they got Trey Anastasio, whoever that is, Dan
From Fish.
Auerbach from the Black Keys, Brian Bell from Weezer. Well, you know he picked Eddie.
Yeah.
Richie Blackmore from Deep Purple, probably picked Eddie.
Yeah.
Carl Bromede from My Morning Jacket, didn't pick Eddie, I'm sure. James Burton, have no idea. Jerry Cantrell, Alice in Chains, probably picked Eddie.
Yep.
Gary Clark Jr., Billy Corgan probably picked Eddie.
Yep.
Steve Cropper.
Didn't
I'm
even know.
sorry.
Steve Cropper.
Steve Cropper.
I met Steve Cropper.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, from Blues Brothers band.
Oh, okay.
He's the one
Dave
who wrote.
Davies from
What's
the
that one
Kinks.
song?
Dave Davies from the Kinks.
Mhm.
You think he picked Eddie Van Halen?
Yeah. You know how much money he made him?
Yeah, I know, right? Anthony DeCurtis, he's a contributing editor for Rolling Stone. Probably didn't pick Eddie Van Halen.
Lame sauce.
Tom DeLonge from Blink 182. What do you think? Did he pick Eddie?
Maybe.
Rick Derringer
I don't know.
probably
That's-
didn't pick
that's
Eddie.
Genie.
Luther Dickinson from North Mississippi All Stars, whoever that is.
Rick Derringer and Eddie played
Super
together
North.
at a NAMM show one year.
Oh, well, maybe he picked Eddie. But I mean, there's a bunch of bands on here that I can't see him picking Eddie Van Halen, like North Mississippi All Stars, the Cars, the Eagles, the senior writer from Rolling Stone, Kirk Hammett from Metallica, probably picked Eddie Van Halen.
Probably picked himself.
No, he's not even in here. James Hetfield is that.
He picked
That's
James.
gotta be funny. When you're the lead guitarist in one of the biggest bands ever,
Yeah.
and the rhythm guitarist / singer gets on that list and you don't.
That's a bitch slap of truth.
Yep. David Frick from Rolling Stone. He didn't pick Eddie Van Halen. The dude from the Strokes, Allman Brothers, Los Lobos definitely didn't pick Eddie Van Halen. My Morning Jacket again. The Doors. Alex Lifeson from Rush. I don't know if he was a huge Eddie Van Halen fan. E Street Band, Motley Crue, built this. Oh yeah, Mick Mars was on there. Not on the list. He's in the voters.
Full. Yeah.
Brian May, Pete Townsend.
Brian
Phil
May picked Eddie.
Collins,
Brian May would have picked Eddie.
a number of
When they
Yeah.
played together.
Mike McCready, actually, he wrote the one of the articles on Eddie. I think whatchamacallit? When Eddie's thing right here. I believe, yeah. This one is by Mike McCready from Pearl Jam.
Yep.
So, I think, didn't he play a part of Eruption at a Pearl Jam concert one time or something?
He did. And we're going to be doing a Pearl Jam show starring Genie Thursdays at 8.
Yeah. Definitely not. So, but I mean, here's the thing. It's like, I can understand how maybe a lot of, maybe some of the older players at the time when Eddie hit the scene were probably just like, oh, that's just speed and flash. And a lot of it was probably like, crap, why didn't I think of that? You know what I mean? They see this young kid just come out of the gates, just burning shit down, man. Like anything you know about guitar, forget it, because this is what everyone's going to want to start doing. So a lot of it is probably, a lot of players at that time were probably a little like, I don't want to say jealous, but a little like, man, holy cow, no one's going to care what I'm doing anymore.
He blew all those dudes away, man.
Yeah.
With what they were all doing, they instantly became old.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Yep. A lot of it was probably jealousy, a lot of those players.
Whoa.
So, I mean, am I glitching out?
A little bit.
Okay. But I mean, there's no other guitar player that, we talk about inspiring a whole new generation of players, changing the game of guitar. I mean, he was the last guitarist to actually completely re-revolutionize guitar playing.
Mm-hmm.
So, anybody else want to piggyback that, or are we just gonna, stare at each other?
Myself, I don't really. Yeah.
I think, Jay, you're right. He did. He almost paved a new path. And I think there was a lot of people that either copied him or were after him as far as, wanting to be as good as him. And unfortunately, I don't think there was a lot that could keep up with his momentum. And there might have been a little bit of animosity or jealousy going on back then too that could have taken place with some of the people that were involved in taking this poll. Who knows?
Because wasn't Neil Sean, wasn't he one of the ones that said in an interview that, like, when he first saw Eddie doing the tapping, he was like, son of a bitch. And then he went home, picked up a guitar, and he's like, fuck, why didn't I think of this? Like, it's so, when you look at it, you're like, that makes so much sense. Why wouldn't anybody do that?
Right.
And nobody's saying that Eddie, even Eddie said it. He's like, I'm sure I wasn't the first person to tap, but once he started doing it, everybody started doing it.
Yeah, Tom Schultz copied his tapping live, and Eddie confronted him about it.
Did he?
On that first tour?
Yep.
Or whatever?
Yep.
Really? What did he say?
Yeah. Like, this is my stick. Like, come on, man. What are you doing? We're trying to, become big just like you are. Like, do your own thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it makes sense that Alex was, there you go. That Alex was telling him, dude, turn around. Don't let anybody steal your shit. Because remember, back then, when people heard Eruption and the earlier Van Halen stuff, there wasn't videos on the internet or VHS's rolling around of him doing it. So most people were like, the hell's he doing?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knew what he was doing. They knew he was doing something crazy. But, for anybody that was playing guitar and not like an intermediate or professional at the time, I mean, I remember watching Live at a Net, and after I started playing guitar, I was watching it before I was playing guitar, but once I started playing guitar, I would sit there and watch what he was doing. I'm like, oh, and I'd go grab my guitar, the pull-offs and, the dive bomb, and then they're picking up with the harmonic on the way up, like things like that. I had no idea what he was doing before that. And then once I started playing guitar and realized, I was like, oh my God. So before, think of non-guitarists when they heard that stuff, they're probably just like, what the hell's this guy doing?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watching Eddie do the pull-offs with the dive bomb, that was a game changer, seeing that on Live Without a Net, because I don't think a lot of people knew how he was doing it until it was actually documented.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, we're lucky growing up with Live Without a Net, because I had that first. I think I had that, and then I started playing the guitar. Or I started playing right before that. Maybe I started playing, well, I don't know. I'd have to look. John Biel, when did Live Without a Net come out?
John Biel, when did Johnny start playing guitar?
John Biel, how come I can't hear you?
Well,
This has been a shtick for years.
It aired in '88, right?
I think 87.
Oh. Aired on Cinemax
or 87.
Or Showtime?
No, I thought it was on MTV.
It was on cable, HBO or Showtime.
Oh. No.
Give me a second. I'm looking it up.
At the very end of the video, it says 1988, yes up, whatever. On the bottom little scroller when you watch like the video on YouTube. So they might have released it in video, but maybe it aired on HBO in '87.
I think it came out in '87.
Probably. I remember taping. Lived in New Jersey, and that would have been we lived there from 86 to December of '88. So
it says November '86 is when it was released. So late '86.
Released
Late
November 20. Yeah,
86.
Jeannie just sent me a screenshot.
Jeannie, come on
Okay.
on.
Come on.
So that means I
Wow.
already had that, and then I started playing guitar after that because I did start playing until '87. But because of having that home video, that's how I learned all that stuff, just by watching that all the time.
So why when you watch the video on YouTube or whatever it is, at the very end after the credits on the bottom it says 19 credit whatever the hell it is, 1988 Yes Up was it Productions or whatever the hell their production company or whatever.
I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever.
I had it before '88 because I saw the Van Halen in '88, and I remember already knowing Live Without a Net frontwards and backwards when I went and saw them. And I remember standing in line to get tickets for that show in '88, and they were playing over the speakers Live Without a Net.
Yeah,
think.
it was recorded in August, and they released it in November.
It
August
says so on the back
27th.
of our shirts.
August 27th. I mean, it's such a not just a great video, but the audio is even awesome on that thing. Like everything about that home record that video is a live performance is great.
Yep.
And Wayno, I played wiffle ball as well to probably 5150 and OU 812 till the wee hours of the night when I was a kid as well. In the backyard.
Did your mom send away for the wiffle ball rules, the official wiffle ball rules?
My mom stayed in the house where she belonged, Jay.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, she let us stay up, but my dad put up floodlights in the backyard so we could play wiffle ball all night. You know.
No, I said, did your mom send away for the wiffle ball, the official wiffle ball rules? That's what I said.
No. I didn't know there was official rules.
Yep. There was. They showed you how to mark the field and all this stuff and certain lines, and it was cool, man.
We used paper plates as bases, white paper
With rocks
plates
on top of them.
Yeah. Yep. Or you'd throw a rock in the wiffle ball so you can make it curve.
Yeah. How many broken bats did you go through?
Oh yeah. Good times.
The third one today, Kurt.
Go back to 7-Eleven, get another one.
Yeah, they had the cardboard box with just all of them stuck in the hole. It was the best, man. How
Yeah,
could
and you
not
got one
buy
ball. One
Yeah.
ball with every bat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Enough sports talk. We're losing Johnny quick.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh, come on. You never played wiffle ball, Johnny?
I don't know what that is. Is that the thing with the things with the points on them? I have no idea what
All right,
that is.
moving on.
All right, so we have two drawings tonight.
Ooh.
First one, the Pop Funko, Eddie Van Halen. And then Lindy, our friend Lindy Lynch, in the chat has offered us a book.
Oh, cool.
The Eruption book, the Brad Tilinsky, Chris Gill book. So, what? Daryl Thompson? No, you can't.
Cameron Brown just sent me this. Since you were talking about Stevie Wonder.
Oh, is that a camera?
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, that's funny.
I told you I saw him on the escalator at NAMM one year.
Did he see
And
you?
he was riding up the escalator, and he
Yeah.
has he has a guy on each side. They help him around, and his glasses fell off, and so he went down, and he picked them up and put them back on.
See? Told you. He might be legally blind, but I don't think he's like, blind as he says he is.
I don't know.
Yeah, Cameron wins tonight's meme.
I don't know. But all right, this is your last chance. Hashtag win. You got to put it in the chat here on YouTube or on Facebook. And I just got somebody just WhatsApped me the hashtag. That doesn't work. I just got your WhatsApp.
I saw someone the other show too put it in the comments after the show.
Daryl, you got to put it in the chat.
There it is, right there.
That's wiffle ball. Okay, I remember those things. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just baseball, right?
Yeah. But at the wiffle
Okay.
ball, you could throw mean, wicked kevs.
Oh man, if it was cold out and you get hit in the leg, it would just leave a stinger. If you had
My
some
dad-
snot behind it.
During baseball or little league season when I was a kid, he wouldn't let me play wiffle ball while baseball season was happening because it said you're throwing your timing off. You're swinging that light bat and you're going to practice or a game and you're swinging a heavy bat. You're going to screw yourself up.
Yeah, but that bat's like that thin, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, those are those balls. You hit them. You hit them super hard, and they go up, and they start going the other direction, right?
Yeah, they fly off the bat and then they slow down and then How many entries do we have, Johnny? And which one we doing first? The
50. We got 50 entries.
Yep.
How should we do this? All right, let's. Okay, Lindy Lynch has offered us the eruption book. We'll draw for that first, and then we'll draw for the pop. Okay, you guys. Here, let me share. There we go. So Lindy Lynch has offered us that book. Thank you so much, Lindy Lynch.
Yeah, Lindy.
So
Very cool.
So tonight we'll have two winners.
Yeah, badminton was fun too, man. You set up the little net in the backyard with those tiny little rackets and the what do they call them? The birdie?
Shuttlecock.
The shuttlecock. Yeah, you like to suck
Yeah,
it.
those are those things I was talking about with the point.
Kurt, get that thing out of your mouth. It's not a real. Never mind. Walking around with it.
Get that thing out of your shuttle mouth.
Stop sitting on it, for Christ's sake.
I fell on it. It's fair.
If Lindy wins the book, she can just keep it.
Yeah, you save on shipping there, Lindy.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, this is for the book. Thank you again to Lindy Lynch. Here we go. How do you do this?
Oh wow! Wait a second.
Yeah, let me check my list.
Check the stats.
I think he won something last week, didn't he? He won the last giveaway. He got
Did
pissed
he?
because
I don't
I
know.
thought he won the last. I thought he won the one before it.
He won the Laz giveaway that he'll get next year.
Yeah.
Did R2? Did you win recently? I don't know. I don't have him listed here. I've got a whole list going back to December.
Well, there you go. He won then. Screw it.
All right, you win. Lindy says sure. All right, Lindy Lynch, R2, R3 Locking Nut is the winner of the book.
Wait a second. Is he here though?
I don't know.
I thought you had to be here.
Well, I think you just have to contact me. So if you don't even contact me, then it just voids.
Oh, so we got to redo it.
I don't know. I don't know. Congratulations. All right, so R2 is the winner, and if he happens to let me know, then he wins. All right, now for the
What's the time frame we're looking at? If he doesn't let you know by what next week's show, we'll do
Yeah.
another drawing. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a St. Patrick's miracle. He won.
Yeah. Who's gonna win the shuttlecock? Signed by Kurt.
Sponsored by Chuck Berry.
There he is, R2R3. He's in the chat.
I won.
Yo, you won.
I won.
All right, you won. You won the book.
Tonight. Hot damn tonight.
You won the book. So R2, send me a WhatsApp or whatever. Let me know where to send, and Lindy, I'll send Lindy your info, and you will get the Eruption book.
Man, my allergies are kicking in. My eyes are itching. My nose is running.
Shuttlecock.
God, I'm allergic to Kurt's shuttlecock.
Yeah. All right, you won. So I'm going to put your name down here. R2,
Major
R3.
What is it?
Locking Nut.
Yeah. Well, what's in it?
Who came up with
All
the
right,
name Shuttlecock?
R2,
You think they regretted it later?
No. We're gonna have all these people calling this thing a cock.
They're probably giggling.
Mancuda came up with the name of it.
Oh man.
Okay. All right, now for the Funko Pop right here.
Hashtag Shuttlecock.
I want to win that. Shuttle pop.
All right. Where's the thing? Okay, it's up here. All right, here we go.
Hey,
Nice.
You didn't
Scott
win before. Hold on,
Grant.
Johnny. No, I think he's a Cubs fan, obviously. So maybe he's from Chicago. If he's a Cubs fan, he's probably a Bears fan. So there you
Yeah,
go.
boy.
I feel your pain.
Scott Grant. All right, I've got his name down. Oh, wait, it's March. It's not February anymore. Hang on. It turned into March since the last time. I'm gonna put March.
Marching to Mars.
Yeah, I'm making a list of
Checking it
for
twice.
for Santa Claus. Yeah. All right,
good
Scott
one.
Grant, you're the winner of the Funko Pop.
Congratulations, Scott.
So send me your info. Send me your info. There we go.
Scott, are you here still? Let's wait for Scott to respond.
See if he's in the chat.
Oh,
Man, we got a lot of people in here. It says Scott Grant's in the participants, but he could be in the restroom.
Sorry about your loss, CC.
Huh? What
I
happened?
think I don't know. I saw before. I think let's see. Where'd it go? I think one of CC's grandparents passed away or something. Again, I
I'm
should
sorry,
probably read
man.
before I comment. His wife's grandmother. Okay, thank you, Jeannie. Somebody's paying attention tonight, and it's not me.
CC, all of our
Best,
our best
all of our
wishes.
thoughts.
All of our thoughts.
Best wishes.
Yeah. So hey, Scott Grant, if you happen to hear this, you're the winner. Send me your info. Get a hold of me. There's a phone number in the description of all these videos. Text me, and I will get that out. Right on.
If
And
not,
then you'll get
Killian's getting it.
Huh?
If not, Killian's getting it.
Yeah, he will.
And R2R3, send me your info. I will get that to Lindy Lynch for the book. So yeah. Oh yeah, there you are.
Grant.
There he is. He says, "Wow." There you are, man. Text me your info. There's the numbers right down there on the screen next to Jay. Jay, point this way. There we go. There's a phone number right there. Text me your info. Text me where to send, and you will get this.
Awesome. What if he lives in
Pango Pango?
yeah. $47 for shipping.
Oh well. Oh, see, and he likes Cubs and Bears. So
Well, Bears, all right. Go Bears. Yeah, he can. He feels my pain on the football side.
Yeah. You've been watching the Underwear Olympics?
The Underwear Olympics?
The Combine.
Oh, no. I actually, dude, I completely forgot that it was that. Because usually me and my father watch it together. And I haven't even, I saw highlights or something of, they thought the Ohio State wide receiver ran like a 4.2 something.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
Yep. Yeah.
Fastest 40 time ever. Oops.
Yeah. What's the fastest? 4.4 or something?
No, I thought it was like 4.3 something, or I forget. Whatever. The Underwear Olympics. That's pretty good. And Steve Barton. That's right. Any Cubs fan knows who Steve Barton is. He's the one in, what was it? Was it 98? The championship series? National League
we have
Championship
Steve Barton
series?
here.
No,
Yeah, he won.
Steve, was it 91?
No, Steve Barton won something on one of the giveaways we had.
Oh, well, who?
I
isn't
know a Steve Barton. Yeah.
Steve Bartman. That's right, Bartman. Sorry.
Oh, I don't know Steve Bartman.
Steve Bartman is the one who reached over and grabbed a what would have been an out. And I don't want to get into the whole thing, but he was like Cubs' number one enemy, or Cubs fans' number one enemy for until they won the World Series, pretty much in 2015.
Yeah, the fan, you're saying, right?
Yeah, or 16 they won it. Yep. 97, whatever, 97, 98, whatever. And then I think the next play, the shortstop made an error.
Yep.
So actually,
Can blame it on either one.
yeah, I mean, but here's the thing. I mean, now that Johnny's gone, we can talk sports. You're a fan, right? And you have that.
Yeah.
That's like the spot that you get foul balls, like those corner of the outfields. Man, a ball comes to you, like how ever since you're a kid going to game, I never caught a foul ball at a baseball game.
I caught him in batting practice. That was it.
Yeah. See, I never got early enough to go to batting practice, but you can understand balls coming. You're not really looking. Oh, is he going to be able to catch that?
Right.
You're just going to try to get a souvenir,
Yep.
And you remember the after that happened, just he's sitting there with his headphones on, just like, if I don't move, nobody will.
Yeah, the death threats are coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Was it Moises Alou was the left fielder, right?
Oh, I can't remember.
I think so. What do I think of Steve Vai's new album? I mean, anybody that watches this show knows that Steve Vai is my number 2. But there's some really obviously kick-ass stuff on that record. But a lot of it is it's very Zappa-ish in the fact that it's like kind of all over the place. There's not really Johnny. God.
No pressure.
Not really.
Steve, you watching?
Well, hey, I wouldn't have a problem telling this to his face. I own like 4 of his damn guitars. But I don't know. I just feel like it's a little too. I like solo guitar music that is structured for the most real song would be. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you have to make it a 3.5 minute radio song. What I'm saying, have parts
What?
that come back, like have a verse, have a chorus, right? Like his older stuff. And I
Yeah.
feel like, there's some songs on the new album that do that, but a lot of it is just like, hey, listen to these cool notes I can put together. And again, I don't dislike it. It's just, to me, I want those melodies to come back to kind of, keep you, to hit you.
Have you listened
and also,
to the 2 Satriani songs?
there's 2 out now. Ooh, did one come out today?
Earlier this week.
Oh, because I only heard Faceless so far. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Let me get the
But
other
the Vi
name
thing
for
as
you.
well, like a lot of the drums on the new album, they're not real drums. And that pisses me off. That Steve Vai doesn't have like real drums. And they're very thin sounding, kind of not in the back. They don't hit you in the chest. They're not punchy.
Mhm.
And again, I think he's one of those guys, he produces his own music. There's nobody in there to kind of like, hey, let's, I think he might even mix his own music at this point.
Right. Which one did you say you listened to already? Faceless?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sahara is the other one. It's pretty good.
Oh, so it's the title track then, right?
Yeah. Yep. First song.
Crap. Yeah, the new Meshuggah song. Who asked about that? I think it sucks. Yeah. I'm not the two new Meshuggah songs that I've heard so far, the 2 they've released, I'm not a fan. I think the drums sound like ass. Like they sound so fake and like the down-tuned snare drum. Like, what the hell are they doing?
That's a make or break for Jay is the drum sound.
Yeah, if you're Steve Vai and you're Meshuggah and you're in popular bands or musicians, I mean, at this point, there's no excuse to have an album that doesn't sound amazing.
Yeah.
With drums that don't sound good or real.
Johnny.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Some of the
dude.
new EVH came out this week and last week. I know Caleb, Nerd Halen, he was in the chat earlier. He got his Solar. But you played the Purple Haze. Or
The Purple Days.
Purple Days.
I don't have the new song on mine yet, dude. My
There you
Spotify
go.
doesn't have. Are you on Spotify? Or are you on iTunes or something?
iTunes.
Maybe he's releasing the song before on iTunes first.
You want my log on?
Nah, son of a bitch.
Speaking of Spotify, we're actually on Spotify. This whole episode is actually on. We'll be on Spotify later tonight.
There it is.
Ooh, later tonight, huh?
There it is. Yep.
Well, dude, you show up. Look. Oh, you were just there. Oh, there it is. Yeah. See?
Yeah. Right there. Oh, look at that.
Next to Jay Cutler, next to who else? Bill Burr, and then Joe Rogan. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, see?
Very nice. So, Kurt. Yeah, last night I got to play one of the brand new EVH 5150 series guitars, the Purple Days. And
Things sounded
thing's
great, by the way.
Thank you, man.
I like the color.
Oh, they look awesome. And that was through the brand new 5150 Iconic 112. Right? It's a 112. I think. Yes. Oh, you guys are texting.
No.
But check out the video, you guys. It's in the chat. Right there. Yeah, Leo. Yeah, let me know. We got some people still in here.
And Johnny,
These comments.
anti-DIY HVAC wants to know if there's anywhere where we can hear you guys actually play guitar. I know this comes up all the time. It's hard to play on these live streams because it gets garbled, but Johnny's got a ton of stuff on this channel if you go back and look.
Yeah, come on.
And then look up his.
I got 3,000 videos on this channel, but I play guitar on like 2 of them.
Yeah.
And look up Gizmachi.
I don't want to plug myself here, but I'm going to anyway. My band has 2 albums out.
Do it.
So
Plug it.
you have your option to listen to. This is the new one, came out last year, and this one came out in 2005. So there you go.
Nice.
Yep. So you can listen to me and Johnny play with each other.
Yes.
No, I'm joking.
Well, on OnlyFans coming soon.
Well, Bonely fans. with Kurt with his shuttlecock.
Yep. Look up me, www.shuttlecock.org.
With Kurt holding his C. All right. All right. Yeah. So in the chat there is the video from last night. New from EVH Gear. Check it out, you guys. Yeah, I play guitar a little bit on there.
So what'd you think of that guitar, Johnny?
I thought it was great. I thought one of the cool things. Well, I mean, it's awesome regardless. But one of the nice things was it was on the top shelf at Guitar Center, so it hadn't been abused yet. Like dirty, and you go in there and you pick up a lot of stuff, and the stuff is new, but the stuff gets played all day long.
Right.
This thing hadn't. So this thing was literally a brand new guitar.
Oh, dude, you could see when you were like holding it up to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like it had just come out of the box.
Yeah.
Right.
Notice I didn't say case because they don't come with cases, but it looked like it just came out of the box. It was like spotless.
Right. No wet burrito fingerprints all over the front of it.
No.
Oh. Well, Taco Bell is actually directly across the street from that Guitar Center.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So actually, there could, Chuck Berry could hit up Taco Bell and then go to Guitar Center.
Yep. And then the junior high.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
No whammy bar though.
No, they don't put the whammy bars on the guitars.
Well, I
You
think
should just
part
take
of the
one with you and just screw it on when you want to play, and then screw it off when you're done. Bring it with you in your pocket.
I think part of the reason is because I don't
People
know if
steal them.
on this. The angle of these ones doesn't do it because it hits the back of the body. But there are some guitars that if you push this trem bar all the way down, your guitar can get dented. So that's probably why they don't do that, because people will be in there wailing on them, jacking them, and they'll end up with dents in the goddamn body of the guitar.
Yeah, well, people steal them. I mean, I was talking to a guy at Guitar Center where they said people go in and take knobs off guitars.
Jesus Christ.
Take off, knob.
Mm-hmm.
Take off, you hoser. Knob.
Yeah. Yeah, because anybody can walk in off the street into those places and just literally do whatever they want a lot of times. So, although I did say I'll be back up that way on Monday, so maybe I'll stop by, stop in there again and film something else. But I'm excited though, because I'm thinking since that guitar was there, we're probably going to see some other new ones very soon, out there, and it'll be great.
Johnny, did you happen to see a Ibanez Pia while you're up there? The Steve Vai signature with the gold hardware, gold pickups and stuff?
I was looking around. I probably would have noticed, although I don't remember seeing one.
Gotcha.
I don't remember seeing one in there, but I mean, I saw them at NAMM.
Yeah.
Whenever that was, a couple of years ago, 2 years.
I believe that was the 2020 NAMM. Before the shit hit the fan.
Yeah. So, but what else? What else?
So,
I don't
John,
know.
if you bring a whammy bar with you,
Huh? Do I?
if you bring
Or should
a
I?
bar, huh?
Do I? I
No,
don't.
no, I'm saying if you do,
should?
let's just say you do. What do you think if all of a sudden you're in there and you're like, no, doing all this crap? Do you think they'll actually like, wait a minute, you're not supposed to, or and then you if they see you take it off, put it in your pocket.
I think
like,
I think they would think that I'm actually taking it. That I'm stealing it. That's so.
if you got to
And
walk in and like,
there's no need to bring your own bar in there. Whammy
Yeah,
bar.
there is.
But one thing that I think I will take with me from now on is the hex hider.
is your wallet.
Yeah. Well, I'm not buying anything in there. I will take a hex hider with me, so I can undo the tops,
Tune it.
and be able to tune the guitar, because that guitar luckily was pretty much in tune. It was fine. There's some guitars, and I say this on these videos, and people give me so much crap in some of these videos because I'm like, sorry, I can't play the things. The intonation's out. It's out of tune. I can't do anything about it. People don't believe you. They don't believe you at all that a guitar can be totally unplayable. They think you're just a crappy player. A lot of these keyboard commandos.
If anybody who is a guitar player has gone to a Guitar Center and picked up a guitar off the wall and tried to play it, you'll know exactly what Johnny's talking about. Most guitars are unplayable in Guitar Center. I told you that a couple years ago that they had a used Ernie Ball Music Man. What's the Petrucci guitar? I always forget the name of the goddamn thing. The one that looks like a spider. The
Majestic.
Yeah, the Majesty.
Majesty. Yeah.
Majesty. They had like one of the color changing ones, like that goes from like purple to blue, whatever the hell, the color shifting ones. And I had never seen one in person, so I was like, I gotta go check it out, right? Dude, picked it up off the wall. The goddamn neck was a friggin' banana. It was just like, and those things are almost $4,000. Well, now I think they are $4,000. But I'm like, so you have a professional top of the line guitar on your wall, and it's set up like a friggin' $300 guitar.
Right. Well, their techs are contracted out, and they only do repair work, right?
Yeah, but all I'm saying is like, I get it if you don't want to spend that much time or pay a tech to set up every single guitar in the place. But certain things, I mean, a beginner guitarist is not going to come in there and buy that guitar. Somebody that either A, has a lot of money, or B, is a really good player is going to buy that thing. So if you're a good player, you go buy. I'm not buying that thing. It's set up like crap, So these are things that they got to kind of work out,
Yeah, I picked up a Fender at Guitar Center, and the frets were just horrible. I mean, like it ripped your hands.
Sprouting?
And I'm like, oh man, the frets are terrible on this. And the guy's like, oh no, it's just lack of humidity in here. It'll square itself out. And I'm like, no, this needs fret job.
Sometimes it does, but I mean, come on, not that bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
they
they'll
wonder
say
why they're
anything
in
in
trouble.
those places. Yeah, they'll say anything, and 9 times out of 10, they don't even know what they're talking about.
Right.
They have no clue.
Yep. Yeah, Guitar Center's been in financial trouble. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, here's part of the problem, right? You just buy an instrument online.
That's
and a lot of people aren't buying them from Guitar Center.
Mm-hmm.
So, although I did get my orange Satriani from Guitar Center and it was used, and the one thing, the positive thing I will say about Guitar Center is that let's just say you go on their website, right? And you see a used guitar. And number one, the first thing they do, they got to retrain how they take pictures of used guitars.
Oh
They're
my
very
God,
low
yeah.
quality. They have like a white like bed sheet behind the guitar.
Piece of butcher paper.
Yeah, the lighting is terrible. And the focus isn't even on the guitar. And it's like all of them. So obviously whoever they have telling every store how to take pictures of guitars they bring in to sell online, they're telling them the wrong thing. So, but the one cool thing is when I ordered that Satriani, the store I believe was in New Jersey that had it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
They shipped it directly to me, and they said, "Hey, if you don't like it, you have, I think it was 14 days, and you can just bring it to your local Guitar Center and return it."
Mm-hmm.
And they have no questions asked. Remember that one Ernie Ball Music Man I bought that smelled like I don't know what the hell it smelled like. It was terrible. I brought it back and there was literally butt cheeks. It smelled like somebody wiped a shuttlecock all over it. So that is the one cool thing about buying a used instrument. From Guitar
My PV
Center.
Viper amp I bought from Guitar Center off their used site, and it was in Louisiana. They were going to charge me, I think, $80 to ship it, or it was free if they shipped it to the local Guitar Center. So I was in Seattle one day for work, and I just went in and picked it up. They shipped it right there.
Yeah, and the cool thing is too, if you can actually try it out while you're there, and if you don't like it, you refund you on the spot, and you just took off.
Yeah. The other thing is it didn't come with a power cable, so the guy just went in, pulled one right off the shelf, and gave it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now the next guy that bought that amp,
burn the place down.
Start flipping amps over. Power. Yep.
Oh my God.
But I was lucky with the Satriani guitar, because I had never played one of those before. And they're very different from a regular Ibanez. Anybody that plays Ibanez guitars, the RDs or the Gems or whatever, pretty much very thin necks, 17-inch radius on the fretboard, so very thin. And the Satriani ones are completely opposite. It's like a 9.5 or a 9.8-inch radius, so they're round like a Strat would be.
Mm-hmm.
And they're fatter, beefier necks. So I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. And boy, did I get lucky with it. I mean, it's a phenomenal guitar. I love it.
Yeah. Santa Cruz 3600. I don't live in Seattle, but I live in Washington State.
Which, for anybody that doesn't live anywhere near you, that's basically, he lives near Seattle.
There you go. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Do you go there for like groceries and stuff?
Well, Keith Campbell just gave where I lived. It's cool.
Your address? Keith, what's Kurt's address? So I'll put it in the chat.
Social security number, blood type, date of birth, 401k account number.
Where his kids go to school,
Wow.
What time they get out of class.
Oh, God.
KXM Rock. I live in jail. Yeah, I'll just put my GPS coordinates in the chat.
in the chit.
It's all right.
Oh,
My name's not even Kurt.
nope.
It's actually Kurt with a C.
It's Bartholomew. So Santa Cruz 3600 again. Lynn Ellsworth lives 3 hours northeast of me, and I met him.
Whoa.
At a badminton game.
Yep. Vintage shuttlecocks, handmade. But I have met him. His son runs his outfit now, but I pulled in there and he was there.
Hey, someone's got to make a striped shuttlecock.
There probably already is.
No, well, now there will be. Come on.
Sherman Callahan.
Rob Johnson, get on it.
You're on a break. You're working with missing persons right now? Oh, awesome, man.
Nice.
Very cool, dude.
He's in there telling them, "Hey, I'm watching Johnny Beane. You watching Johnny? Wow, you know Johnny Beane?" And Kurt and Jay.
I saw them in San Francisco at one of the small clubs, and that's when Warren Cucurello, speaking of Van Halen, was the guitar player. You know, he was in Duran Duran and stuff, and we were hanging out afterwards, and he was taking pictures with people, and I've got a photo with him. It's online and stuff. But I asked him, I'm like, you want? I'm like, I play guitar. Let's trade guitar picks, and he's like, I don't use picks. He doesn't even have any picks. If you're looking at pictures of him playing, it's just like this. There's no pick, you know?
Wow.
But I remember he was like signing autographs for us and stuff. And Dale Bosio was sitting in the car waiting to leave.
In the car.
Just like sitting there. Just like in the passenger seat, just like waiting to get out of there.
Jimmy Carr.
Although I don't know. Somebody must have drove her away because I remember after that, Warren hailed a cab and left.
A kit.
But Sherman Callahan, awesome, man. If you're still hearing, if you can hear this, and thank you again for all your support, man.
What are you looking for, Jay?
Killian's birthday's tomorrow, so Jeannie's rapping his Jeannie's down there rapping. Yeah. Rapping his gifts. And I said, you want me to bring down the rest? And she said, I got them an hour ago. There were some on the stairs, but there's still one up here. And that see that Amazon box that's right there? Right
Toss
there
it down.
next to Kurt's,
Oh, that's a present?
oh, it's in the box.
Oh.
In the box. The box.
What's in the box?
One box left up here. Or is that my shuttlecock shipment?
It's the extended one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to split in a minute.
Wow.
You guys can keep rocking if you want, but you know.
I mean, it's
All
up.
right.
It's up to you. I mean,
Thanks, Keith.
in the chat, do you want us to keep going for a little bit?
It's a guitar, Lindy says.
Mike Olson.
No, it's not
Thank
a
you,
guitar.
man.
If I give Killian a real guitar at 2 years old, it's gonna be destroyed. He has
You might as well
Yeah.
get one at Guitar Center.
yeah, it's already destroyed. He has there's a ukulele down there that he strums, goofing off. He has a plastic guitar, a toy guitar that has you move the whammy bar up and down and it plays and a little thing wiggles. And a Casio keyboard that we bought for Ellie a couple years ago for Christmas. That the last couple days we have it just sitting at the edge of the couch, and he just sits there and he's obviously not playing anything, but he's digging it.
All right,
you
March
guys keep
4th.
going. I'm going to split.
March 4th, 2022. I say Killian's going to be a drummer.
I think I agree with you.
Yep.
Is this Chuck Berry?
It's Marvin Berry.
No, it's Barry Manilow.
Hey,
right, Jay.
Berry.
Wait, Kurt C might have a question for me.
Hey, I have a question. Since this is a Van Halen night show, this is for.
We were talking about Halen in 3 hours.
This is for. Yeah, exactly. This is for John BL, whatever Van
John
Halen
BL.
geek out there, whatever deep dive Van Halen fan out there. I have a question. In 1984, I saw Van Halen at the Seattle Coliseum in concert, and the opening band was this 50s rockabilly no-name band that I didn't hate them. I didn't like it, but I didn't hate them. But the crowd was losing their mind, flipping them off, booing them.
Look at this,
I
everybody's
literally
leaving.
saw an empty bottle of Jack Daniels get whipped at them. And I remember thinking, I'm 18, thinking, this can't be who they booked for this gig. So I was just wondering, I always thought the opening act must have had trouble getting there, or something happened, because there's no way that Van Halen would have had these people on for their opening band. I mean, they were nobodies. And I know music. These guys, I don't remember their name. They were nobodies.
The Velcros.
So see if anybody
The Velcros.
in 1984 on their American tour going through Seattle, who was supposed to be their opening act. I'm just curious. It's a good question.
Tell him.
Kurt with a K says they were called the Velcros.
Wow. See, I wouldn't have been able to say.
So Autograph opened up for him. Autograph opened up for him, and then in Toronto they jumped in and was with Van Halen for.
Kurt with a K is right now. If anybody's just tuning in, Kurt with a K is answering Kurt with a C's question with a Q.
Okay.
So Autograph was with Van Halen for the first half of the show, and the Velcros joined for 13 shows.
Like I remember thinking, there's no way that Van Halen would have had these people tour with them. This must be a fill-in, but I don't know.
It was a fill-in because Autograph jumped back in on the tour after the 13 shows they did.
The people, I can remember looking to the side and seeing a wave of the middle finger and people whipping shit at them. And I remember thinking, that's not cool. Even though you don't like their music, don't try to kill them.
Wow. Well, Kurt with a K is saying they were a fill-in for Autograph.
Oh, gotcha. For who?
Autograph.
Oh, well, there you go. I was assuming it was something like that, and Kurt with a K nailed it. Killer. I wonder why they had to fill in. Does anyone in the world know that reason?
John Biel.
No Monk.
John Biel. Yeah, he's got to know. I've wondered since I was 18. I'm not kidding. It's crazy.
Uh-huh. And they were the only opening band that night? Velcros?
Yeah, it was just it was just those two guys. Those two bands.
Mm-hmm.
How was Van Halen?
Anyway.
Mm-hmm. How was Van Halen?
I'm glad Kirby.
How was Van Halen that night?
Go ahead.
How was Van Halen?
Oh, good. Except for the part halfway through where David Lee Roth is up there on stage by himself spinning around with a fucking sword. Yeah, that.
Well,
as an 18-year-old dude standing there drunk and stoned, I was like, come on, stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The cool thing though about that section,
So,
I wasn't into Van Halen then, so I didn't see them on that tour or anything. But here's some trivia for you. The music that was played Eddie played keyboard during that David Lee Roth part where he's dancing around. And that music that you hear that Eddie's playing was featured in the movie The Wildlife, where Eddie did the entire soundtrack.
Wow. Okay.
So that part's cool.
Yeah. But when you're
Until Kurt with the C,
18-year-old
I was 7.
rocker going to a Van Halen concert, you don't want to see the lead singer spinning around with a sword to keyboards.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what you went for. But the rest of the show was cool.
Oh yeah,
that's cool, man.
And here's another little well, it's not insignificant. Just how I remember telling someone how times have changed. I'll never forget this. I'm standing out in the not kind of like the lobby at intermission between bands, and someone must have let off like an M80, this big bomb explosion, and none of us even flinched. If that happened today, everyone would run out thinking there was a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they would lock down the whole
It was
facility.
just, okay, someone must have let off the firework, and we just went on drinking and rocking. It's just, times are so different, it's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so
Can't
anyway.
do that stuff.
Okay, I'm out, Johnny.
Thank you for your calls, Kurt with a C.
Okay,
We love you.
So much.
okay, great show, Johnny.
Thank you, man.
Okay,
All right, bye-bye. Awesome. See, awesome calls. We get awesome calls.
Remember those little stink bombs? They're like a little glass vial, and you throw them down on the ground, and they break open and just stink up the whole room.
No, well,
No.
yes and no. No, well,
People didn't like throw them in
I'll
the
say
hallway
yes.
at school.
No, I never saw that. I never went to school. I can't read.
So I looked up the Velcros. There's no Wikipedia page, so I'll have to do a little bit more research and find out where they're from. And there's a couple videos, but
Of them performing? Just
yeah,
back,
but I don't want to
like back in the day, like back then.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I know Autograph. One of the guys in the band was running with David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth used to run to get in shape through downtown LA or Pasadena or wherever. And he gave him a tape and said, listen to our band. We kind of put this band together. And that's how they got the opening act for the 84 tour.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
These comments are crazy. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean that's how that works. It's all who you know, man.
Yep.
Really, it's not even talent. A lot of times, it's who you know.
Yep.
Man, speaking of, yeah, we can keep going. Are you okay for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can keep going for a little bit. Yeah, speaking of the '84 tour, yeah, I would have loved to have seen that. I mean, like I said, I didn't get into them till afterwards. But one of the things that, I mean, I mentioned this here and there on these shows, but I was a huge memorabilia Van Halen. Like, you thought the guy we had on last week was insane.
Mm-hmm.
I was very similar to that, but I had to get rid of everything, so I don't have all that stuff anymore. Can't get that stuff no more. But one of the things that I was really into was bootleg tapes and concerts, VHS, cassettes, DVDs, you know, CD, duh, all that stuff. And so I've heard I mean, I still have a huge box of the cassettes. They're actually right above me here. I'll break them out one of these nights. We'll actually.
You have a
go
bunch of
through them.
CDs too. I remember you opening up a bunch on a show one time.
Yeah. I've got some CDs. I've got hella freaking cassette tapes, and of shows that aren't even like on YouTube or available or whatever. So I've got some stuff that you guys probably haven't heard, stuff that I haven't heard in years. But one thing I can say, we're talking about the '84 tour. I remember listening to a lot of '84 bootlegs back in the '90s. Yeah, for me, a lot of this started collecting the bootlegs. My very first Van Halen bootleg I ever got was in 1990. Actually, well, yeah. Was it The CD one or the cassette? I'm gonna say it was a cassette. My very first Van Halen bootleg was a cassette of somewhere in South America in '83. Soundboard. And there's actually video to that now. You sometimes on YouTube you find some. There's like barely like half a show out there.
Right.
I had that on cassette back in 1990. That was my very first Van Halen bootleg. So I would listen to that like all the time. All the time. It was just great. I mean, it still burned into my head, that performance.
Yeah.
It's like South America '83 somewhere. They play I'm So Glad in the middle of Doctor. Somebody Get Me a Doctor.
Wow.
They do I don't know. But it's awesome stuff. And then my first CD bootleg was the Pasadena Civic 77 soundboard. Which, by the way, we'll mention this really quickly. We're gonna have some guests on the show at some point, sometime, and they're responsible for somewhat for this plaque that's actually on the Pasadena Civic now.
Yep. And they're working on renaming that park too.
Renaming a park in Pasadena and possibly a statue, maybe. I think they said they want to get a statue too.
Yeah, Johnny, for me, I would say for the Dave era, 82 and 84 would have been the two eras I would have wanted to see live. I think that, Hide Your Sheep, Diver Down tour they were like cresting to the top of the mountain, I think 84 and 86 with 5150, they were like at the top. But I think some of the shows I've seen and just that era, the Diver Down album, I think that would have been a good one too, along with 84.
Yeah. Yeah. 6 strings and 10 fingers. It might have been that one, or it was one of those. Because there are a few of those that they're pro shot, and there's video out there. And this was audio from a video that I never saw until literally maybe a year ago or 2 years ago. Some of that video appeared on YouTube. Maybe it's not there anymore. But I would watch some of it and I recognized the audio. I'm like, dude, that's that audio that I heard all that time. And yeah, it's funny you were saying that, because I remember when I first got into Van Halen. Speaking of Van Halen, I mean, this is a Van Halen show. Before I heard any bootleg, because all I had was the regular albums. But I remember thinking, man, it'd be so cool to be able to see footage from like an early show, like back in 78, 79. You get these albums, and then, this is before I got into the bootleg stuff, so I didn't know the stuff was out there, or it was before I can remember before even hearing any of the stuff. And I remember envisioning like them performing in like 78, 79, and thinking what those concerts must have been like. And then, of course,
was Dance the Night Away, and then the stuff from Oakland with Unchained, and that's all we had back then.
Right.
That was it.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking like years before. Like I'm talking. Let's see. This would have been 87. This was 87. I'm sitting there thinking this stuff, and I didn't see. I saw the Unchained Oakland video for the first time in 89 on Headbangers Ball. Mm-hmm. And I just happened to have a tape recorder sitting there with AC/DC's Back in Black on the second side, like with like the top of the tape covered over so I could record. And maybe they had said, coming up, Van Halen Unchained, and maybe me being like, what the hell's that? So maybe I put that in, and there was no VHS or anything, but I recorded the audio for Oakland 81 Unchained on this cassette. So every time I hear that AC/DC album, like I forget what song it is, but every time I hear that song, it goes from that into Oakland '81 Unchained for me.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Because I'd listen to that tape over and over and over and over and over, nonstop. So that was the first time I saw that, but then I bought some VHS bootlegs from a store in New York, and flew back, and then when I got home that night from SFO, San Francisco Airport, I'm sitting there watching for the very first time those 1978 promos, where it starts with the eruption, goes into You Really Got Me, Jamie's crying, Run with the Devil, whatever the order is. Watching those, going into those 1979 where the limo pulls up and they get out and they're chewing the gum and they're all like doing the Three Stooges, hello, all that.
Yeah.
So I can tell you the first time I ever saw any of that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was saying with the Dance the Night Away.
Yeah, there was 3 of those. It was Dance the Night Away, You're No Good, and Bottoms Up. John Biel, is that true? I don't know. Keith Campbell would know. Keith Campbell. Those 1979 live footage. So I'm watching this VHS tape, and it's going directly into this stuff. And then from there, it goes into the 81 stuff. Like the full, like there's only those 3 songs, but there actually is like a full length of those 3 songs. Meaning there's credits. There's credits and stuff. So it's obvious it was like a mini, like that's all they filmed with those 3 tunes because of the way it's all put together. Bottoms Up, that's right. That's right, man. So there was those, and then it goes from there. See, I'm talking about this VHS tape, which actually I still have. It goes from there into Van Halen lip syncing Pretty Woman, doing a lip sync version. Yeah, where they're playing it on stage, but it's lip synced. It's not the real performance.
Wow.
So it goes from that into the Pretty Woman music video, which I had heard about and read about for years. And this is 1994. 1994 was the first time I ever saw any of this stuff. But I knew about a lot of it. And yeah, Keith Campbell. Keith Campbell, how come you're not a guest on the show, man?
Yeah. Come on.
Come on. Sometime soon, man. We're probably going to go another like 9 minutes or something. No.
Yeah. Only.
But anyways, I remember sitting there watching the Pretty Woman video for the very first time, being like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this," because I'd heard about it for years, and then I saw that, and then from there, this whole thing was chronological, so it goes from there into all the '84 stuff, whatever, and from there, pretty much everything I had seen. And the Tora Lost of Control video that Keith Campbell's talking about, you saw that in '81. I had that on a VHS tape in the '90s.
Yeah.
But the quality was so bad. It was like total black and white and fuzzy and just awful. And there actually is a much better quality out there nowadays.
Yeah. That's the one where they're in the hospital, right?
Yes. Keith Campbell, I'll send you the link. We're only going to do a few more minutes here, but how do I get the links? Where is that? Copy.
Yeah, Keith Campbell can take my place if he wants to come in.
Well, let me see. How do I get a hold of you? Facebook?
He's on Discord.
K-E-I. How do you spell Keith? Oh, there you are. I got to get something to drink real quick. Keith Campbell, there you go. There's the link.
All right.
Yeah, Keith, if you jump in here, we'll go for a few more. That sounds good to me.
Yeah,
dude,
go grab something to drink.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to let him in first. It says he just got it. Yeah, just watching all those videos for the first time is just it was just insanity. And then now with YouTube, there's a lot of stuff out there now. Well, I mean, for people like us, it's kind of rare, like for us to be like, whoa, I can't believe I just saw. For me, like the last time for that to happen, where it was like, oh my gosh, was that dinosaur video.
Yep.
So This Is Love, right? Because for years we saw those photos thinking, oh, that has to be Sunday afternoon in the park or whatever,
Right.
not knowing what that was.
Unchained. That was in the first Inside magazine.
Right.
Those photos.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
That was
seeing
a
that
big one.
stuff, hearing about that for years. And then I get a message like the night before that dropped from somebody saying, Johnny, tomorrow you're going to see something awesome.
Oh, cool.
And I'm like, huh? And then they sent me a link to that before. Like I was one of the first people to see it. They sent me a link to it, like literally when it dropped. And I get the notification, and I'm sitting in my car. And again, this wasn't that long ago, but I'm sitting in my car, and I'm watching this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And then that's when I came home and I went live and did a show talking about it. You know,
Right. Always wonder why they didn't have more media stuff back, before '84. There's always that rumor that Alex wanted to, answer with the live show and people buying the albums, but the band really just wasn't super into really laying themselves out there with video and media appearances. And they did a little bit early on, the first couple of years when a lot of that stuff wasn't recorded. They did a lot of radio audio stuff, interviews, but they just didn't have a ton of live stuff those first 8-9 years.
No. Yeah, you never saw. Well, again, I mean, for me, when I was getting into that Van Halen, the older stuff, to me, that's, even though it was only like literally 10 years before ish. Yeah, because I got, first album was 5150, and then 0812 was 88, and then going back to 78. But all those records to me, like Diver, like back in 1988 for me, Diver Down was like old, even though it was only 5 years.
Yeah,
6 years. But when you're that age, like 5 years is like forever.
right.
So yeah, it was just old. It was just old stuff. But again, very cool. Very cool. And then years later, getting to see a lot of that stuff, the video stuff, and listening to the audio, and getting into collecting like the live audio stuff, whether it be the video stuff or the audio, and getting to actually hear that, like hear the performances. Yeah, Santa Cruz. Yeah, 5 years is forever when you're a kid. Forever. Now it's nothing.
Yep. Goes by like that.
I mean, yeah.
All right.
What was 5 years ago? 2016?
Yeah.
Or something? Keith. You ready? Hey, man.
Hey, guys.
Keith, have
What's
we
up,
met before? Have we met? I don't even know.
No, not officially, no.
We've never met? Okay, well, good to meet you, man.
Welcome to the party.
I've met Keith
Cheers.
a couple times on.
Because I know this is a family show now. After my
That's
30
all right.
days in the hole.
All right, I'm gonna bounce out, Keith. You got my back. Take over for me.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Rev. I really apologize.
All good, man. All good.
All right.
You're
Love
good,
you,
man.
bro.
All right, love you too, man. You guys have fun.
All right, see you, dude.
going on, John?
Man. Hey, man. Hey, well, first of all, it's great to meet you. I
Great
mean,
to meet you too.
I've seen you in the chat for a long time, and
Yeah, it's
and
been a decade or two.
oh my gosh, wow! And you're obviously a huge fan. I mean,
Yeah.
because you say stuff in the chat a lot of times, stuff that like you know a lot of this stuff, and that's awesome.
I've been a fan since the get-go, you know. I mean, since '78, you know, and then, like I was saying in the chat, I didn't get a chance to see those early videos until later on either. You know, the first ones that I actually saw were the Van Halen 2 videos in Rochester.
Right? Yeah.
You know, and then after that, then I got to see the Van Halen 1 videos, and then everybody had started seeing everything on Don Kirshner and Midnight Hour with the Eruption video, or not the Unchained video, and you know all the '81 videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's amazing stuff.
Yeah, and
Um,
you know those videos for the '81 tour, they don't do the show justice at all. It was Van Halen at their zenith. That was my first Van Halen concert. Oh, I was in heaven. I did erupt.
oh my gosh.
Mm.
That's cool.
Yeah, and you know, I haven't missed a concert since. So,
So you're saying those Oakland '81 videos. I mean, they're great, but they don't do the show justice at all. Like when you were actually
it
there.
was
Like
insane the whole time. Yeah, it was like that the whole show. Imagine that the whole show.
I can imagine that the whole show audio wise, because I have full length audios of that stuff.
But just the gymnastics and everybody just running around and playing and just
Right.
having a blast. You know, I mean. Do you remember that one? It was like a 3-minute clip or so of some
Alice.
raw footage of Dave like swinging from one of the rope ladders
Yeah.
that the spotlight guys would hang from.
That was from a TV clip.
Yeah,
That was from a TV clip, and somebody used that. I believe somebody actually uploaded that to use to try to sell. They were trying to sell something on eBay, but
right.
I don't know if they were trying. Maybe they were trying to sell that clip. Maybe.
I think
don't know.
they were. I think that was just like a portion of the raw footage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that they were selling off or whatever.
But it was a news
yeah.
clip.
Yeah, it was like that. It was like that all the time. You know, it was just like a big party fest.
Yeah.
You know?
And actually, I did have. Well, I still have. You know, on VHS. There was a lot of Super 8 footage, and there actually is like a whole bunch of 81 Super 8 footage from like way back, like far up.
Right. Yeah.
Where you can see them,
areas. Yeah.
but there's no
behind the
audio.
soundboard and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was no live audio. So you're seeing them perform from like, you know, far away, but the audio is like the record. The record audio, and it's not synced up, but it's just cool just to see that footage. And then there is actually some not Oakland, but there is some 81 Super 8 that was taken like right in front of the stage from a fan, and that there is live audio of that.
Wow. Oh man, just to get a hold of that would be freaking awesome. To sync it all up. Oh.
I have it. I have it. There's footage of Eddie playing the Rude guitar live.
Okay, I'm gonna start liquidating some of my stocks. Okay.
There's footage of Eddie playing the Rude guitar, and the camera is like right on. But I mean, it's Super 8 footage.
Jeez,
so it's real.
Awesome.
The quality is crazy. But you can actually see him playing the guitar. Some of it I actually did upload to my Facebook page, my Johnny Beane TV Facebook.
Wow.
Like so, if you go to my Johnny Beane TV Facebook page, click on videos, you will find a small clip from that. I uploaded it like years ago.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look it up.
But
man. Jeez. Yeah. Now all we're missing is a picture of the back of the Star guitar. Who would have thunk? The only picture that is missing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
So,
Is it-
so I went to Wolfgang on Tuesday, man. Holy crap, what a great show!
Oh, cool. I
Oh,
see your shirt. That's awesome, man.
yeah, yeah. And then on the back is it's really cool. Let me turn around and show you guys that.
Mammoth WVH.
And then on the
Wow.
bottom it says, "Won't be long till we're dead and gone."
Wow. Man.
Yeah. So, and then I got another one, Dirty Honey. It said I got dirty and had the Dirty Honey logo. It says Young Guns Tour on it, all done in like 70s font. It's really cool looking. Has all the tour dates on the back. But that was a great show. Oh God, I couldn't believe. I left to go to the bathroom right before the last song of Saint Electric, which was Slash's son's band. And I was able to slip back in up front again. And I turned around and looked. I was like, oh my God, this place packed out quick. I mean, it was, fire code.
Oh, really?
Packed to the gills. And then I looked up on the balcony area up to the left later on in the show. I'm like, there's Pat. Oh shit, I think that's Valerie up there too. They were up there in the balcony watching.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then right at the very end, he came down for Don't Back Down and did a video for everybody, of the whole crowd, and a shot of us, from behind. It was really cool. They brought out the Cardboard Frank, which was friggin' hysterical. They have multiple versions of a Cardboard Frank Sidoris out on tour now with them. But from what I understand, he'll be back, I think, in April with Mammoth after his tour with Slash is over. So then he'll get to do the festival dates and all the Hailstorm stuff and, go over to Europe with the Scorpions.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, so he's got a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wolf is going to be busy all year long. Trust me. I was listening to you guys, your Twitch podcast last night. Did they talk much about how much he wants to record? Is he thinking about doing a whole recording after this tour or what? Or is he going to do it on the road? Just like bits and pieces.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would assume.
Did you hear the Eddie Trunk interview?
No,
Okay.
I didn't.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that because I know that Rev was talking about it on the interview, or during the podcast. I want to check that out though, but that's supposed to be very ear opening, informative and stuff. So.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I would think that any ideas that he's coming up with, he's putting down. While he's on the road, and then you get home and you go through the stuff and you
Yeah, which brings me to the one song that he did do that's new. I Don't Know It All. It reminded me a lot of the riff from You and Your Blues.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That opening riff?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he has a little brother there.
Wow. Yeah, that was the one that Laz uploaded, I think.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have loved to have gone to that show, man, but it was like it's a little too far. Like 3 hours each way.
Yeah.
A little too much.
I know. Yeah, I was lucky. I got down there, 1:00, and they were just offloading everything for Dirty Honey and getting everything preset. And ran into the, guitarist and the drummer, met them and, shook their hands. I'm like, can't wait to see you. I'll be up front. He was like, really? I'm like, yeah, I'm the only one here, so I'm first. So then next thing I know, a couple of people started showing up and we started talking and everything. And then, I went to the bar, got a drink and got some jambalaya. And, we just sat out front. It was an all ages show too. So it had to end early. So that's why it was starting at 6:30. It didn't start until about 7 though. And then Saint Electric, they were pretty damn good. young band, but they got it. They got it. And Slash's son there, the drummer, swear to God, he looks like Tommy Lee Jr. It's hysterical. But yeah, they were a good show.
That's cool. That's cool, man. Yeah. Next time Mammoth comes to this area, like San Jose or something, I'll definitely.
Oh, don't miss it ever. I mean, last time I saw Wolfgang perform was 2015.
Yeah.
So
Where'd you see that one? Where'd you see that? Show?
That was Van Halen's second to last show, or second to last venue. They did San Diego, and then they did the 2 nights at Hollywood, at the Hollywood Bowl on the 2015 tour. So
yeah, I saw them Concord, California, and then Mountain View.
Yeah, those I was just when I was buying the tickets, I was so jacked up for it, and then they did the whole TV tour and everything, so I pretty much knew what was going to be performed anyways. But still, getting there, it's and just watching Kenny Wayne Shepherd and his band perform was phenomenal. Because I got to see him perform 3 times with Van Halen, twice in the '98 tour, and then once this year, in 2015, and then having Van Halen open up with "Light Up the Sky." Poof.
Yeah. Yeah, it was amazing. That was awesome. Yeah, so yeah, you probably saw the Jimmy Kimmel thing then.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
all versions of it.
You saw that. I remember being in the car and somebody that was there when they were actually, like, I saw it in real time. I saw it when it was live because somebody was filming it on an old app called Periscope.
Yeah, I remember the app.
Which was that was Twitter's version of going live, which they've since discontinued it.
I used to follow Tony Stewart on Periscope.
Yeah, like this show, we used to be live on Periscope. Now we're just live on Twitter. Like if you jump to my Twitter right now, you'll find us just on Twitter. But back when Periscope was a new thing, a lot of people were going live at concerts and stuff, and so I did get to see the Jimmy Kimmel performance live via Periscope, via some dude standing in the crowd, and it was cool. It was awesome.
Is that the same footage that everybody ended up seeing, the raw footage? When he busts his nose and then he went over there and got taped up and everything, and then we were just sitting there jamming. Is that the same footage for the Periscope?
No. The footage from the Periscope was taken from the audience, like further back.
All right.
Like when it was actually live. That footage you're talking about, that was recorded.
Yeah.
That was recorded.
That was a live feed then. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. I mean, I just love seeing raw fan footage. That's the best version of it, because you get all the emotion as well from everybody around you and the surrounding noise. It's not staged. I like one time I went to a show in '98. I went to Philly, the Van Halen 3 tour, and
oh, cool.
And it was the moment that everybody sees now is when Eddie's doing 316, and then Wolfgang, a little 7-year-old Wolfgang, runs out and gives him a hug, and just like, oh God,
You saw that live?
I saw it live. Yeah, I was like, wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just wish I had my camera ready for that. I was just like, geez, he was just like in and out in like 5 seconds.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. We're getting questions. Can you see the chat?
No, I'm not looking at the chat at all. I'm sorry. So ask away.
Okay. Jay says, hey.
Hey, Jay.
Says, yo. Santa Cruz is asking.
He was at the Orange County show with me back in '93.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was his first Van Halen show. I was in crutches.
Oh, man.
I was right up there by Eddie. Oh, God. That was such a madhouse, that show.
Oh, that was a great tour. I saw
Yeah.
that tour 3 times out here.
Yeah. What's everybody else got to say?
You know, Alice is saying, "Hey, Keith."
Hey, else.
Let's see. Man, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
What's the next on the list? I feel like Zach Wilde now. Next. Remember those interviews?
Yeah. Yeah. But so you said you've been a fan since the beginning. Like, how did how'd you first discover them? What was the first?
Hearing it on the radio, hearing running with the devil, and then you really got me and like, whoa, because I always knew the Kinks version, just like you guys were talking about during the Twitch. I grew up with that, and I was just like, wow, that's really cool how he did that, and I liked all the the background vocals and stuff, and then after that, just I bought the album, and then I was hooked from the get go. And here, I'm gonna move for a second, but
Yeah.
I have to do this because these are still my original albums, all of them. Got them right here, and I always
Original? Oh, the first ones you ever bought?
These are my albums, my first albums. Yeah, all the way through. To the
Wow, you have an order. Wow.
Yep. I had to, And my sister was so gracious to hold on to them, and she shipped them out to me. I'm like, oh, thank you. I totally forgot about them. I thought I lost them in a move, and she shipped them out to me one year. I was like, oh, I love you more than you can even imagine.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did you just have the one, the ones of each?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just the ones. Everything else was all cassette or CD after that. Because, I was always listening on the road or, in my Walkman, while I was rollerblading, recovering from, an accident. I broke my pelvis years ago, so I was rollerblading a lot. And I would just pop the headphones on and just rollerblade to Van Halen for 3 hours around the lake.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I asked that because I was a huge Van Halen collector growing up, and I've probably owned, I'm not kidding, probably, I'll say 20 copies of each.
Yeah.
Like on vinyl, on tape. Like every time there was different pressing, I would buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I still have.
Like everybody who were the
tons
Beatles fans with the White Album.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I still have tons of vinyls and tapes and even CDs and
Yeah, I'd had all of the albums up until '84. That one I bought, and then everything after that I kept on myself. But the original 5 albums I had at home, and my sister had hung on to them for me. And then when I'd gotten out of the military, I guess I just, handed them all over to her because she still had a turntable. I'm like, here, hang on to these. And her husband at the time, he worked for Alto Music. So, do you know who Alto is? They're like a huge distributor. But he was a huge audiophile, and he was like, yeah, I'll hang on to those for you. So my sister ended up hanging on to them, and I got them all back. I'm like, fuck, unbelievable. For the F-bomb.
Oh no, it's all good, man. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, man.
I have so many stories attached to every one of those albums. So, God.
Man. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. I mean, it's the same here because I can tell you exactly the order that I bought those albums in because I bought the stuff later. I wasn't I got into the band in '86, so
yeah.
So I dug back and bought everything, but I can tell you exactly the order of everything I got, where I got them, the first time ever hearing all that, each album,
Oh yeah. And
and
I can't even imagine how many copies of cassettes and CDs I've gone through with everything, every one of them. Just like, and now we got the new ones coming out, so I'm gonna have to get more copies of it.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I got the upgrades. $125 for the LPs though. Wow.
sold.
Yeah, take my money.
I'll take 2.
Yeah, right.
Do you have a player though to play that? Isn't there like a certain like player you got to have for those or?
Yeah, those are set for 45 now.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a 45 RPM now.
So those are LP. Those are 33s set for 45.
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I think they're double albums. That's why.
So it's fast. So it's faster. So
Faster, but you have a higher rotation, so the music is denser though too.
So it's right.
Because you're going to have half the amount of songs on each side, and I think there'll probably be a double album. I don't know. That's the only thing I can figure.
So it's better quality. It's much better quality.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. See, you guys? Look at this. Keith Campbell.
Yeah.
There he is, right there.
All right, now what?
Right on. Well, I'm hearing from my producer that I have to have dinner.
All right. Gotta eat. I got to grill too. I got a fillet ready to grill on the barbecue.
Oh, okay. But dude, we'll do this again, man. I mean, this
absolutely.
This
yeah,
has been,
I'm open for anything and everything, And my only qualm is I don't talk smack on anybody.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
I love all fans of Van Halen.
Same.
No Sammy era. No previous members. Anything. No smack on anything.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Right?
That's good.
Yeah. It's all Van Halen. You know why? Because Eddie and Al were in there.
That's right.
And that's all that matters. It was never about Sam and Dave. It was always about the music.
Yeah. It was always Eddie for me. Always, no matter what it was. And I loved it all because of that.
Yeah.
So, but Keith Campbell, thank you so much. And yeah, we'll do this again. We'll set something up.
Yeah.
We'll
Thanks for letting me jump on. Spur of the moment, but hey, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So let me I'll do the credits and then we can say good night. Thank you so much, channel members. Thank you so much for all your support for these shows and these videos. And don't forget, you guys, we do a show now on I can't even think. Wednesdays. Talking Van Halen on
Wednesdays
Twitch.
on Twitch.
Wednesdays on Twitch. So join me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch. The link should be in the chat if I can spell.
And Thursdays on YouTube for the rebroadcast.
That's right. See, Keith Campbell knows exactly.
See, I get it. I know. I know how it rolls. Come on.
He knows.
Just because I don't follow you on Twitch all the time doesn't mean I don't know how it goes down.
Mm-hmm. And who are we having on Twitch on Wednesday? Who's our guest?
Oh, you're having Steven Rosen.
That's right.
And I just spoke with him today on Facebook.
Right on.
Yeah, he told me he's going to sign my book for me. He's like,
nice.
Thank you for all your support and everything you've done for me. I'm like, oh, no, you've done it for me. Thank you. Hey, just like everybody else here, I sat there as a teenager and read those things, those interviews over and over and over, and that's why I think I have an eidetic memory now.
That's right. Same here.
Yep.
Same here. So Steve Rosen on Twitch, but before that, we have Saturday Night Live with John Biel tomorrow night, and then Sunday Night String Change Show Sunday, obviously. Monday, I will do something from a Guitar Center. Tuesday, we have Talking Guitars, Nays Man Alive. See, it's like every day now there's something. And then Wednesday, we'll be talking Van Halen on Twitch with special guest Steve Rosen. So make sure you tune in, everybody. And yeah, don't be scared of Twitch. Don't be scared of Twitch. Twitch is awesome. Twitch is awesome. I love Twitch. So, and speaking of that, I'll be live on Twitch later after I've dinner.
Of course you will. GTA out, huh?
We play GTA. We have so much fun. We really do. We have so much fun over on Twitch doing GTA.
Have you gotten your flying motorcycle fixed yet?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a flying motorcycle. It's awesome. Or I do. I have a flying motorcycle. All right, I gotta go. Thank you so much, everybody. See you guys. See you guys next time. Keith Campbell, Johnny Bean TV. Good night.